All right, there we go. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the broadcast with your boy Seyi, with your boy Rico of Street Scores and all of that. What's good, everybody? I see Rich already in the chat, so he's first. What's happening? That's a channel number two. I'm over here comfortable in one of my little plant sections. We got Seyi. He upgraded from the bathroom, but I'm not gonna lie, I missed the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, no more bathroom. Now I'm in the bedroom. So, like, you know what? Maybe next time I'll be in the office. I don't know. Started from the bottom, and we'll be making our way up top. I'm not going to quote the song.
That boy got a curtain now. I see you.
Yes, I do. Right here.
And that boy, Mr. Jones, is good. And appreciate that rich, beautiful background. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Brody's in
Wait,
baby mode right now.
Rico's background or my background? I want to know Rico's background or my background.
That's a good point. That's a good point because I am liking the curtain. That's a
Yeah,
good point.
and I like Rico's background too. Looks like you study horticulture or something. That's what it looks like.
I've been getting my plant game up. Hopefully, I don't end up with more. I mean, I already have some seeds growing. So, I mean, I'm going to have more kind of, but hopefully, we don't get too out of control.
You really look like a professor, like one of these online professors right now for like some horticulture class, some plant class.
It's crazy, man. I got the pretty little flower to the right. I got the palm trees and stuff above me. All of that, you know what I'm saying? Comfortable, cozy, very cozy. And Brody's in baby mode. Practice was canceled again because it was dang, Mr. Jones in a really hot spot. It gets to like 109. Yeah, man, help him, bro.
Wait, where? DC?
No. I think Jones is in Texas, I believe.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, wait, what? It's like
Boy,
it was only like 80
it.
something over here.
Yeah, I've been complaining about heat, but it sounds like he's on a different level of heat where his high school practices are getting canceled because of it.
And well, hey, it should be canceled if it's that hot. Like in Georgia, I just remember in high school, like it'll be 90, 100. They'll still want you to practice in full pads. I'm like, these coaches are bugging. Like, yeah, players dying from that. But some coaches do not care.
I don't know what it is about Georgia. But all right, man, we got to get into these topics. What are we going to talk about first? Because we have so many things to talk about and discuss. We could definitely get into the boycotts first. That would make the most sense.
Yeah, I say we should talk about the boycott. That's what's most recent. I mean, we already covered our impromptu live stream on Thursday. So I say let's just start with some updates.
Bet.
So I guess I'll just start it off. I've read the article from Chris Haynes from yahoo.com, who kind of had like a little bit of a inside of what happened during that meeting. So just to sum it up, it was tense. It was heated. Pretty much like most of the players were angry at the Milwaukee Bucks for what they did. And it wasn't because of them boycotting. It was because of them doing it like so suddenly, spontaneously, without warning, with only talking amongst themselves and not talking to other teams. Other teams felt blindsided. Like, for example, the other games that were going on today, you had the OKC Houston game and the Lakers Portland game. All the other games that are going on today, they felt blindsided because, like, look, if you're going to sit out, that means we're going to have to sit out too, because if we don't sit out, we're going to look as insensitive amongst the public. Mm-hmm. So they had to sit out. They put them in an uncompromising position. Udonis Haslem was very vocal in that meeting. Udonis Haslem, as we know, even though he doesn't play anymore, he's essentially like another coach on the floor for the Miami Heat. I mean, he's like a veteran. He's like one of the old heads. He's one of the OGs. So he was basically talking to George Hill, saying for what he done is irresponsible and selfish. George Hill, even though Giannis signed off on it, George Hill was pretty much the catalyst in getting the Bucks to not play. I remember a day before that, he acts like, why are we even here? Like, why are we even here to begin with? So Udonis Haslem said that he was irresponsible and selfish because, like, you might have money as a veteran, but you got all these young guys. Some of them are not even guaranteed to be in the NBA next year, and you got to tell them to sit out, and they're going to miss out on the check because, like, that's
that'll be a permanent sit out for them, boy.
Exactly.
The last time they stand up in the NBA, poor babies.
Exactly. Like I see the like common comment that well, if I walked away from my job, I'll be fired. Well, some players there that might be their last game if they can't play. So I could see it from that side. I see it from both sides. But like, yeah, not every
Mm,
player is LeBron James. Not every player is Russell Westbrook. Not every player is Chris Paul. Not every player has that money. So
that type of leverage.
yeah, say again.
Said that type of leverage.
Yeah, that type of leverage. That type of leverage. Udonis Haslam asked LeBron James, like, look, you're the face of the NBA. We'll follow your lead because as the NBA as you go, the NBA goes. And he asks, what you want to do? And LeBron James say, like, you know what, we out. So he walked off. He walked from the meeting. The Lakers walked off, except for Dwight Howard. He stayed, and the Clippers team followed as well. So
Yeah.
when so when the stat Michelle, what's her last name again? Michelle Roberts. Yeah, Michelle
Oh yeah,
Roberts.
Michelle Roberts, boy.
So Michelle Roberts was discussing the financial ramifications of what happens if they sit out. And basically Beverly was just interrupting her. We won't even let her finish. And then when she said, like, can I finish? Can I speak? And Beverly said, like, no, we pay your salary. So
I
that's
just, where does that ego come from? Where does Patrick Beverly get this ego from? Please let me know. I gotta know. I gotta know. I gotta know. Like what type of like super elitist mentality that is? We pay your salary. Why couldn't she at least finish her point? Why was he being so, I don't know, aggressive, like unnecessarily off the court, on the court? What is wrong with Buddy?
I mean that meme is perfect, but I was like telling you this before the podcast that like, hey, Patrick Beverly always played with his chip on his shoulder, so this is his personality. This guy wasn't supposed to be in the NBA. This guy came from nothing.
Came from
Went to,
Chirac.
yeah, went to Miami Heat. And from Chirac went to Miami Heat. On that LeBron James, D Wade, Chris Bosh team. So you know he was a long shot to make the team. He was a walk on. I remember watching him on scrimmages, defending D Wade, defending LeBron. Like I remember him watching on scrimmages. He didn't make the team, but he left a lasting impression. Went to the Houston Rockets, made a name for himself there. Then went to the Clippers. Like, yeah, Patrick Beverly worked hard to be in the NBA, but I guess he just has that bulldog mindset everywhere.
Boy, calm it down, bro. What did the lady do wrong? She was just trying to tell you facts. There were no even real opinions insinuated, really. It was just straight facts. This is what happens if you do this and do that. And he
Yeah,
wouldn't let her finish.
yeah, and he didn't say we pay your salary. He said I pay your salary. I mean, it's more accurate. He said we, but he said I.
Bro, like he's just that dude. And then I'm glad that Chris Paul, Udonis Haslam, and a few others intervened and basically told him that, like, hey, you wilding right now. You gotta chill out with all of that.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it was a heated meeting. It said this really lasted for like 15 minutes, or it was this one that they said the players meeting lasts for 15 minutes. So I'm like, that's a lot happened in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds weird. I didn't know that. That's really
Yeah,
weird. It seemed like a lot went on. Was that the same meeting that LeBron was at and was like, we out with the
yeah,
George Hill situation?
yeah.
There's
That was
no way I was 15 minutes, bro. Patrick Beverly alone had to take up 10 minutes. I refuse to accept that.
right.
Knowing Patrick Beverly.
It is 15 minutes in Dragon Ball Z time. Like that's like 3 episodes or something.
Yeah, 3 episodes. Next time, find out who blinks next in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, 15 minutes. But yeah, the next day they basically sorted it out. As we've seen in news, Lakers and Clippers only seem to not agree on playing for the rest of the season, but they sorted it out. LeBron James got on calls with the owners, asking them to do more for the black community, to give back, to use their power, use their resources, and whichever way to help out. Because he says, like, hey, I'm down to come back if they can help us out as well.
Yeah.
And it said that, yeah, they've, I guess essentially they agree because LeBron said that he wouldn't come back unless there's like some more improvements, some more changes. So, yeah, so we're going to have basketball on Saturday.
Okay, so the first time we've had some playoff ball in a few days. So I mean, again, like we spoke about on what was that, Wednesday? Was that Wednesday? That was Wednesday,
That was
where we
Wednesday.
basically just we both agreed and reiterated that like is I feel like the perfect medium was to cancel some games, bring a lot of attention to it, start a domino effect of other leagues also boycotting, but then continue the games. Don't just permanently stop them, continue them so that we can keep having a lasting impression and make sure there's constant progression. Not just a big boom here, stop the league, and now you'll give everybody time, with over the next few days, next few weeks to forget about everything. You need to keep it fresh in people's minds. So this was great to stop it now, but it's definitely time to pick the games back up. And if something else happens, hey man, postpone again and just make sure that it's in people's faces. They have to know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, and look what happened during these couple of days since we've last talked. Um,
Boy,
yeah, yeah, Kenny Smith, he walked out of inside the NBA.
that
It,
was pretty cool.
it led to TNT cutting that
It was
program and then
it
showing
was
them
a
all these
little
cards.
melodramatic. It was a little melodramatic though, the Kenny Smith thing, but it was still cool. Though.
It
I
was
felt it. I felt
it,
it. I
it
felt it. And Chris Webber had a lot.
oh
He did his thing in that. Other than the smacking of the lips in the beginning, he did his thing on that, bro. Like he touched a lot of points. He articulated himself well. He had enough emotion, but not too much emotion. He presented facts. He presented different viewpoints, different walks of life. It was great, bro. Chris Webber, that was the best thing you've ever done on television, bro.
I'm telling you, that definitely was the best thing he's ever done. That was definitely the best thing he's ever done. More than he's done on color, but like, yeah, what Chris Webber had a lot to say. And also Chris Webber was on CNN. You also had Kenny Smith, he was on CNN too. So during these past 2 days, CNN's been talking about this nonstop. So
Great.
like look, it to me it done its purpose. This is what its purpose is, to bring more attention. Bring more
Exactly.
attention. And it's a to me, I look at this as a warning shot. Like, look, if this happens again, we're probably going to completely shut down. We're tired of it.
I like that. I
And
like that. I didn't even think about that. That's great. That's a
and
great
then you
point.
and then you know what? That goes to money. That goes to money if they completely shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Or Michelle Roberts, she's going to have to try to talk over Patrick Beverly again about financial ramifications if this happens again. So, like, hey, I look at it as a warning signal. Like anything that happened, like anything bad that happens to the black community again, especially with law enforcement, this is going to happen.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Y'all better get it together if
If
y'all
we
want
don't feel like
basketball, basically.
if we don't feel like there's justice, we have equal rights. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah, at the end of the day, basketball is
It's money.
entertainment. Our lives is what matters the most. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is extra. We can have we'll have the leisure of having basketball after the necessities in life are handled. Basketball is extra. Football is extra.
Yeah. And Kai Jones said Kyrie deserves an apology and it needs to be just as loud as the disrespect.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I'd say he deserves an apology, but not honestly, to me, not really many people really attacked him. It was just Kendrick Perkins,
For
really.
the most part. It was
Yeah.
some people that disagree with him, and you can see both sides. But yeah, Kendrick Perkins is really the only person that openly just came out and attacked him. Kendrick
Yeah.
Perkins, if anybody, needs to come out and give a long ninja scroll apology, not only to Kyrie, but to everybody. He's just said had dumb comments about, been disrespectful towards, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, Kendrick Perkins has a lot of apologies he needs to give out, and Kyrie Irving is definitely one of them.
Yeah, and what most people disagree Kyrie Irving with was that like it was the same thing with Udonis Haslam talking to George Hill. Like, hey, not every player has money like you, Kyrie. Like, look, I actually need this money. I'm still not making as much as you, so I need to play. So like I understand that part to it, and also I had a question about Brian Urlacher. Yes, I read
Oh yeah,
about
we
what
saw
Brian
that.
Urlacher said.
Of course, we saw that.
Yeah, and Chicago Bears definitely are keeping their distance.
Oh yeah, they're not playing. They're like,
Yeah.
no, we do not agree with what he said. Do not lump us into any of
It's like we don't associate with him right now. Like, nope.
that. That's not our boy right now. He used to be, but today I don't know. We want to think about
Yeah.
it. But yeah, it's a lot going on. But again, shouts out to Chris Webber. If you haven't seen that Chris Webber I guess monologue. Really, that's the only way I can describe it. Because they came back to he talked, they left, did some other things, came back to him again, and yeah, he just spoke the truth. Very lengthy truth, very honest. I loved how he broke it down in various ways. So big shouts out to Chris Webber. I found it funny that since the games got canceled, TNT didn't know what to put on. As far as like coverage. So they're like, oh, wait, everybody loves Adam Sandler. Just throw on some Adam Sandler movies. And I'm not gonna lie, I watched the whole Longest Yard beginning to end because I loved that movie growing up. I didn't watch whatever movies came after that, but clearly they threw in an Adam Sandler marathon. It was like everybody likes Adam Sandler, white, black, everybody.
I mean, they ain't lying. Like, look, I like Adam Sandler, but like I've seen Longest Yard so many times. It was like, you know, I need to go play my PS4 or something.
I was repotting plants. A few of these plants that I have in here right now, I had to take them out of this small little pot, move them to a bigger pot, add soil. You know, all that different stuff. It takes a couple of hours, so that's what kept me entertained while I was doing it. So shouts out to the Longest Yard. Shouts out my boy Caretaker too. RIP my boy Caretaker.
Yeah, you need to definitely do a plant podcast at this point.
Yeah, my mom said it. I said I'm thinking about definitely starting like a plant YouTube channel, just my journey. I'm not the finest person at it, but I know a lot, and I'm saying, just the fact that I have such a large variety of plants that are working out well, I feel like I can help people with something. I mean, I don't think most people, care to put the level of research I put into it. I think I put like 5 hours of research several days, like in the past few weeks. I think I've spent at least 60 hours just reading up on plants and watching videos. So yeah, I think I should. My mom already put that in my ear and I'm planning on it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I think you really should. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, definitely no one has done as much research as you. I can definitely see that. Oh, I'm proud of you. You're finding hobbies during quarantine. See, I need to find another hobby. Like, yeah, anyone in the comments suggest a hobby I cannot find another hobby. Well, actually, I guess my name, I do that now. Stocks. Can't say I'm doing too successful, but
Stocks is a great one. Stocks is a great one, but they said Juvenile, I saw somewhere like yesterday randomly that Juvenile has gotten into he got into woodworking or something since the quarantine. Like, people are just coming up with random hobbies. Bruh, woodworking. Yes.
Woodworking, so like just working on wood?
Just, I guess, building stuff, cutting down trees and making furniture out of it, or useful things. I don't know. I just saw a headline and I was like, yeah, I mean, hey, I can't laugh because now I'm in the plants heavy. I mean, look at this. Hold on. This is how serious my plan. I've been spending the last 2 days. This is taking up probably at least 8 hours of my time,
Oregano?
maybe more.
For real?
Bro,
so are you making your own like oregano seasoning or salt? Whatever.
Eventually, yeah, I have a lot of different herbs and stuff, but like, I've been organizing everything into a smart sheet. It's like Excel times 10. It's like really organizing. Like, I have the plant, how much light it needs, water, do I need to mist the humidity, toxic, fertilizer, where I have it placed in the house, and just different stuff, links, all kinds of random notes. I found out that one of my plants was a hallucinogenic, so I'm saying I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna kind of keep my distance from it, but I'm saying, just random stuff. But this is taking up literally my last like 2-3 days organizing that. That's how serious this
is. Okay, look at you.
I love it, man. Bro. I'm loving these plants. I mean, Brody's priority. You know what I'm saying? If a plant can hurt Brody, it can't stay here. But I am loving my plant.
You would have definitely been hired at my job. Like, my boss was a plant lover, to the point where you didn't really have to know about this thing. If you knew about plants, she would just hire you on the spot. You don't have to care about sports or not. You don't have to care about knowing about like the teams of Mercedes-Benz Stadium or whatever. You just, if you know about plants, if you can talk in the garden, then you're hired. That's you right there. That's you.
Plants and fragrances, boy, I got them. Anything with fragrances and plants, I got. That's how I got into plants, because my grandma randomly, just out of nowhere, brought me some fragrance plants. Like, basil, you can eat it, but I more so have it because I just love the way it smells, and mints and things like that. And then from there, I just love them so much that it just exploded. Now I'm up to like 40 something plants, and more and counting. Some of them are some seeds that I'm waiting for them to germinate and we're gonna get to that point. And Brody. But the NBA has definitely been a domino effect because I know from my Washington football team alone, we're one of 7 NFL teams that did not practice Thursday. Of course, the Cowboys practice, but the Jets, Bears, Cardinals, Washington, Colts, Titans, and Packers all didn't practice. And I was a little bit sad because with training camp, the way it's been done so far this summer. Brody's leaving. I think he's tired of me talking and moving too much. But we haven't had access to actually see what's going on during practice. Like we randomly get little notes about what's going on, like a tweet or two from random reporters, but we don't really get any real footage, any clips. We don't see how fast people look, how great Dwayne Haskins' arm looks, how great Chase Young looks at beating blockers. Like we haven't gotten any real footage. And yesterday, as in Thursday, was supposed to be this live scrimmage thing where it was actually going to be televised, maybe even broadcasted, and it was going to be at FedEx Field and everything. So it was going to be the first time this whole year we got to see our new and improved team with Ron Rivera as head coach, Chase Young, Dwayne Haskins now finally, the starter, all of that type of stuff. Bryce Love back, Reuben Foster. This is gonna be the first time we got to see everybody. But that practice was canceled / postponed. They said it was postponed, but they haven't given us a later date. So I'm saying I'm not gonna 100% believe that we will eventually get that again. Hopefully they do reschedule it. But hey man, it's for a bigger cause, so I can't be too mad. But I was a little sad. I was really looking forward to that for the past 2 weeks.
Well, I'm glad the NFL is following suit. Just one thing I do not see the NFL doing that the NBA does. I can never see the NFL actually cancel a game. Because that would require all 53 active players on each active roster, but something like, you know what, we ain't playing. And and it's definitely less diverse than the NBA. So I mean, it's still mostly black, but less diverse.
Actually, if anything, it's more diverse. The NBA is just, has a larger percentage of black people. It's actually, if anything, NFL is more diverse, which is why, I'm saying it would be harder for them to boycott.
Actually, you're right. NBA just has a higher percentage of minorities.
Exactly.
In their leagues. But I can't see the players in the NFL don't have as much power as the NBA because they don't get paid as much. Their contracts are not guaranteed.
A lot of things are like a lot of stipulations in their contracts that say you have to not only play this game, but you got to get a certain amount of tackles, certain amount of yards, certain amount of catches to get this money. NBA, they wake up that morning, that money's already made, even if they go score 1 point like KCP did in that one game a few days ago.
And then too, the owners in the NFL are clearly not as supportive as the owners in the NBA. And also less diverse as well. So I can't see that happening. But if that day ever comes, then we're definitely having a paradigm shift, a seismic shift. If that ever happens,
huge paradigm shift because it's just unthinkable.
One thing I just know growing up from playing football is coaches will tell you, since Pee-wee, that football is the end all be all in life. I remember my high school coach, one of my high school assistant coaches, basically insinuating to me and my teammates that if we quit football, we're going to be a deadbeat dad in the future. We're
going to quit. That's the South for you, though.
We're going to quit.
It's not acceptable. We shouldn't accept it. That shouldn't be something we normalize, but that's literally just the South. Texas, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, the South Carolina, mainly North Carolina a little bit. It's different. Oklahoma is just a different culture, man. It's live, breathe, die football, and that's it. Other sports are secondary / just don't matter.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a religion. It's a religion. So,
literally,
a lot of players, even players on my high school team, kind of had that mindset that football was the end all be all. So I'm I'll be honest, I didn't get much playing time, but I just never had that in my mind. Probably that's why I didn't get much playing time. But you
weren't willing to sacrifice your life for football.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you? You from the South and you not willing to die for football? What's wrong with you, Seyi? How dare you?
Well, that's essentially what it is. And a lot of I would say like a good chunk. I didn't look up the stats, but I'm pretty sure the majority, there's a higher percentage of players came from the South. A higher percentage of NFL players are from the South,
Of
and they
course.
have that mindset as well. So
Ryan Anderson on our team. He said if he can remember his grandkids' names, he didn't play the sport right. He said that like a few weeks ago. And they believe that wholeheartedly. Bro,
exactly,
the South is different, bro. It's
coaches
just different.
coaches will brainwash us from childhood, so we make it things that end all be all. So some football players are not as educated in these issues because they haven't studied on these issues. Well, usually I say like that average athlete, you're not really expected to be educated in this issue because it's not like your forte, your field. But a lot of football players is like they're just so focused on playing football because they feel like that is like the ultimate way to categorize. I'm not pronouncing my words right, but categorize a man is playing football and being good
like
at
other states, like the Midwest, they love football, and like say certain, people coming out of the hood, they feel like sports is the only way they can feed their family. But the South takes it to another level, like you said, where it's the core of their beliefs. Like you're not a man if you don't play football and perform well. It's not just monetary wise, and this is how I'm gonna feed my family. No, it's like religion. This is my spirit. It's just a different level. I mean, just like the Northeast loves basketball, the South loves football even more than that. Like, if you're not from the South, you really can't fully understand it unless you're here to watch high school football. If you're not here to watch high school football, you literally can't understand. It's basically almost as bad if certain countries around the world care about soccer. It's literally certain countries care about soccer and how the South feels about football, and then everybody else is like a huge gap of passionate and how much of it's ingratiated into their culture and all of that type of stuff. It's a whole different level.
And that's entirely the reason why you're still going to have high school football.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
In Georgia right now.
Corona?
Yeah.
Especially down here where a lot of people feel like a mask is stupid anyway. Of course they're going to have Corona. A lot of people don't even believe in Corona in the South. I mean, we definitely having football.
Yeah, and like in here, and well, at least in my school, for example, they don't even have in-person classes, but yet we're gonna have high school football. Like that, does that make sense?
That's a good point. Yeah, Z, it does have online classes, but I bet you Creekside is still gonna have some football this year. That's wild.
It's their money maker, and
Yeah.
and coaches are probably telling them like, look, if you quit the team because of this, you're not a man, or you're not tough enough. You don't deserve to be on this team. Like they'll try to brainwash players whichever way. At least like I remember that from being a high school. Let's try to brainwash players whichever way to get them to do what they want you to do.
Again, just like maybe the same scenario in Michigan would happen, but a coach would basically hang it over their head and say that, well, now without football as a career, how are you going to feed your family? But no, in the South, it's an attack of character. Like, how dare you defy the football gods? Like, this is who you are. This is what makes you a man. This is what defines you as a person. How dare, like, it's just a different level from other states. I know the Midwest, California, and other places in the country care about football, but yeah, it's a different level down here.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, like when you're an adolescent, when you're a kid, even a high school kid as well, you're not thinking about like, hey, this coach right here is getting paid. I'm not. So like, why am I obligated to play for him? I should do it on my own decision. But you don't really think like that when you're younger.
You're not lying. That's a great point. They definitely, a lot of people in college don't even think about that.
Yeah. But I feel like college, at least the players are getting hip to it because they're slowly realizing now how much money they generate for these schools. And the fact that they can't get a penny of that. If they get caught from getting a penny of that, they get suspended. So I'm saying they're woke to it as well, but they're woke to it right now. Well, like for me, even college football should not be playing, but you did have an update with college football. So
that
update.
The Big Ten is thinking about a possibility of their season starting in Thanksgiving. Now, I'm not exactly sure what's going to change between August 28th and Thanksgiving weekend, But that's what they're shooting for. Now, Abbott, you know what I'm saying, and that's kind of like a stock discussion that we can deep dive into later. But they were officially approved by, I think, the FDA to be the first cheap and quick method of testing coronavirus. It's a $5 test. You give your results back in 15 minutes without the use of a lab, and it's accurate. So maybe things like that will help spearhead allowing college football to return. But still, I mean, they're thinking that Thanksgiving may be a nice little date to shoot for, and I guess we'll have to see. I mean, it looks like the SEC is doing football no matter what.
Oh, it's
But
the SEC.
but the other conferences are like, let's see, Thanksgiving or whatever. We'll try to shoot for something. Oh yeah, Mr. Jones in the chat. He's in Texas, like we spoke about earlier, and they
Okay.
said they've had practice for football even though they've had classes online. So that
Texas
goes
is
and
number
proves your
one.
point.
Texas is probably worse than Georgia when it comes to that. So, like,
It's different, bro. Especially money wise, with the way their
oh,
locker rooms
yeah.
and stadiums set up. They play in college, NFL like stadiums at high school.
Well, my high school is kind of like that too. So, yeah.
Yeah, but theirs is just like it's more common too out there. It's different. But Nick Saban did say the peak of high school football is Georgia, but Texas is built different. Texas, it just seems like they care a little bit more.
It's just because the state's bigger, so you just have more schools there that are powerhouses.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they win as like a whole. Yeah, I see that. I definitely feel that. But yeah, the Big Ten, Ohio State, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people were fearing that Justin Fields would never play again. I saw a meme that it was like we got Haskins for 1 year, then we got Justin Fields for 1 year. I give up. Somebody was like really upset. But it looks like there's a chance that Justin Fields may end up playing this season. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, the ACC, which includes Clemson, which is, the South, and the SEC looks like they're just, like coronavirus never even happened. They're on schedule. But it looks like other conferences may explore a later date start time option.
Yeah, like one thing for sure, and I know the SEC will not delay games at all.
Oh boy, what?
You're talking about money makers, that's the SEC. One thing that coronavirus has taught me is just like, well, I already know that America is a capitalist country, but just at what lengths
everything is motivated by money, boy. Everything.
Yeah. And Zemex, I think I'm saying it right, say that here in Miami, they're super ready to play. Florida as well. Florida breeds speed demons, so Florida as well.
Florida, boy. If we talk about the greatest athletes of all time, I think Florida may win as far as if we had to go head for head. Florida's built different. I mean, again, it's really. I mean, the state is bigger, just like Texas. So you know what I'm saying. Georgia's doing its best that it can with the size that it is. You know what I'm saying. We trying.
Yeah, we are. We are.
But yeah, man, that's wild. That I thought it was literally just about to be SEC and ACC, and now it seems like we may, have some other conferences playing. Ohio State, they actually get to see Justin Fields for more than one season.
I mean, I doubted that they were going to keep it that way because with all the star power that they have with Jim Harbaugh in that contract, all the money that they're going to lose. The Ohio State and Michigan State, all of them were going to push for this to happen. They weren't going to let that go out. USC as well. They're going to push for this to happen. They're not going to just shut down the season.
Yeah, I think they'll prefer to start up a bubble somehow and put money into that rather than just canceling the season altogether.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, these colleges are going to go through great lengths. But look, if these players were getting paid, I would be fine with letting them play. But the fact that they don't get paid, but these coaches are still getting paid millions, just doesn't sit right with me. That they're playing during pandemics. I mean, Justin Fields want to play, Trevor Lawrence want to play, a couple of other players want to play, but not everybody wants to play. Some people probably have family members who are at risk from this.
Yeah.
So some players don't want to risk it. Some players probably can't afford to play in a bubble because it probably will take away from their classes, or they're just not financially prepared to play in the bubble because not every player is going to be an NFL player. So they can't just afford to go to the bubble for how many months?
Just for a hobby or a passion rather than a career. Like if they just like football, they love it, but they don't plan on taking it extra serious at the NFL level. They're just in this in-between gray area that's just terrible if there were a bubble.
Yeah, so I just I think postponing for all conferences, I think that's the best thing to do. Like if till like Thanksgiving, even though I'll just say till like just next year or something. Just like till 2021, even though they're probably gonna have to just condense the season. Probably have to play up to the NFL draft or play close to the NFL draft. Some players will probably sit out because they need to prepare for the NFL draft and not get hurt. But I just feel like I think postponing is the best thing to do right now. I understand why you don't want to shut down. A lot of people are losing out on money. There's still some players who want to up their draft stock. Some players just want to flat out play. But I just think right now is not the safest time. So I just think postponing is the best thing to do.
Yeah, because technically college football will be starting in what, like 2-3 weeks?
Yep, that's right.
And again, the Abbott, getting FDA approved with their $5 15-minute test result back coronavirus test. I mean, things like that you are gonna help make the bringing college football back a little bit safer. But we're gonna need more than just better testing. We need some type of cure or something. We need something more. Hopefully by Thanksgiving we'll be in a better place as far as policies and procedures go. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see how when we get there. And wait, Raphael said parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I have all of those, and my peppermint is kind of struggling, and my thyme is also struggling. I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna go replace them because I don't know what happened. But yeah, I forgot about the NBA wise. The Rockets and some other teams are gonna open their stadiums as voting centers because you know how Donald Trump has been closing, voting centers in minority areas as much as he could. So the Houston Rockets and some other teams, I forgot the other one, said they will open their stadiums as voting centers.
I could be wrong about her. I thought it was all NBA teams are opening up there.
Is it also? I didn't see that.
I
saw
could
it was
be
the
wrong,
Rockets
but I thought that's what I read.
Oh, that's great then. I really do hope it's that.
I know Atlanta is doing it. I know State Farm Arena, Atlanta Hawks are doing it.
Bet. That's great. That's great. Wait, like Bill Parcells. Wait, what? Wait, all right, moving on. How many masks or stay at homes did we have for swine flu kill with 70,000 Americans? Just a thought. Yeah, like Shay said, there's always some type of virus around an election year. It's always it's gotta be a thing. It's always a thing.
I mean, it's true. Like every election year, we always have a virus. It was like Ebola, swine flu, SARS. We always have a virus like every election year. But just because we do doesn't mean it's false. Now,
it's a thing.
Could it been man-made or natural? I don't know. I don't want to get into conspiracies, but hey,
every 4 years a new virus.
I just know in Asian countries, when you're sick, just like even with a common cold or something, you wear a mask. So I just feel like there's just no problem. Like just wear a mask. I just feel that's no problem. I remember wearing a mask just to be safe than anything.
I saw a tweet that was like new discovery found that limits your chances of catching coronavirus by 70%. And it was like, oh, okay, this is fine. Hey. And then he just put wear a mask. And so I know he caught a lot of people that don't believe in wearing masks off guard, who don't believe in wearing masks but want a cure. That hopefully that tweet opened their eyes.
That probably got a lot of angry reaction emojis off of that.
Of course, I didn't even go in the comment section of that one. I already knew it was up. I already knew it was up with that one. I'm pretty sure there's a whole angry mob in that comment section if I can find it again. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on. Like, also, it said 100 employees from the NBA went on strike. They were calling elected officials today, and they were just on strike in solidarity with the NBA and WNBA players. So the whole NBA bubble, it seemed like just pretty much shut down. Not even just the players, but a lot of the employees also. I mean, kind of like how Kenny Smith just kind of left in the middle of their presentation at 6:30 on, what was that, Wednesday? That was Wednesday, right?
Yeah, that was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right after the shutdowns.
Yeah. Right after our show ended, everybody went from our show to their show. You know what I'm saying? You're
Oh yeah,
welcome, TNT. You know what I'm saying?
worldwide. You know, we had to give that promotion. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. So they couldn't have done it without us, man.
couldn't have. Shouts out to Street Scores on that.
Yes,
But
sir.
did you see? Did you see when the referees were protesting?
No, I missed that. The
Um,
referees.
so the referees were wearing, I think it was Black Lives Matter shirt. I can't remember, but it was definitely a BLM inspired shirt, and they were walking in solidarity for the protest. And there was, I guess, the camera person was trying to give them a high five, and like three referees just like walk past them, not even look. It was
Oh, of
super
course.
funny. I'm like, why you gonna try to give a high five during the pandemic? We don't want to touch you.
Leave them alone, bro. Leave them alone.
Yeah, like I want to see if I could try to find that. That was hilarious. I saw that on Instagram. That was hilarious. Like, I didn't even know they were referees at first because they weren't wearing referee uniforms. So I'm
They just look like normal people, just
yeah,
normal
they look
guys.
like normal people. They look kind of swole. Like I thought they were they officers or something? Were they like officers standing for Black Lives Matter? But like no, they're referees. Like oh, these are the referees.
You know, Ed Hockley in the NFL, man. You know, just a lot of them just are
Oh,
generally swole.
yo, he was like he looked like Brock Lesnar or something. Like I don't know
I
what he does, what his program is.
mean, they got to stay in shape to keep up with those players.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially football players too.
Exactly.
Oh,
I mean, hey, but I mean, it is funny that even. I mean, I just don't know why they have to do so many push-ups. You would think they would just do a lot of running, but no, they be built like this, ready to
hey,
refer.
hey,
Maybe I mean, sometimes
you
you got
don't,
to take a hit in the NFL. I don't know
yeah,
about the NBA, but the NFL they take hits sometimes.
you don't even know in the NBA if LeBron James is charging at you or getting in your face, you gotta be prepared. Just in case. If he's yelling at you, you gotta be prepared. Like you might
Yeah,
have to throw some hands. I don't know.
you got to be ready for somebody 7 foot to be yelling at you in your face.
Exactly. Exactly.
You can't be out there extra skinny. You know, while you getting yelled at by somebody 7 foot tall. It's not gonna look right.
Yeah. Like, hey, I was just a referee for a rec league, and I can see how referees will get angry. So I'm like, hey, for professional athletes, I gotta be swole too. Cause look, if you want to act like you're gonna fight me, we're gonna be swinging. So hey, I got to be swole too.
But yeah, man, it's a
I
lot
gotta act
going
like
on.
I want the smoke as well. So like, look, I gotta look like I want the smoke at least. So
Yeah, at least, bro, you got to look some type of intimidating, or at least not like a pushover as a referee.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the players don't care, but it just at least makes it look a little better.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like what Zemeck said, I wouldn't want to look if I was on camera that much too. Like, yeah, you don't want to be having like love
It's a good
handles out
point.
or anything.
Good
Like
point.
you don't know who could see you. Like Rihanna could be like watching, like, oh, who's that bad referee right there? Like, who that referee at? And could tweet at you. Like, you don't know. You don't know. You gotta
You
be
never know what
prepared.
might happen. That exposure is a little bit different.
The referee's probably on Tinder for all we know. Like, we like, oh yeah, you see me on TV right there. Like, you don't know.
Well, I see something about delete Facebook. I don't know what happened, but delete Facebook is the
Delete
thing that
Facebook.
Zuckerberg. I don't something happened. But I know you've heard about the tropical storm Laura, right? That is wild. I've never heard. My mom pointed it out to me. They described the storm as unsurvivable. I've never heard
Wait,
that
what?
word before in my life. But they like literally the news station, the weatherologist literally said it is unsurvivable. I've never heard that word to describe a storm ever.
I'm glad for that
Unsurvivable.
beacon of confidence right there.
Exactly, bro. You gotta go. You gotta get out of there. They're saying it's literally. I mean, because Katrina storm wise wasn't really that bad. They just didn't. They didn't have the levees ready. They didn't have a lot of things ready to withstand a storm like that. They're saying Laura storm wise, even with preparations, is just like really bad. It's worse than Katrina
It's
and all of
worse.
that. Yeah, cause I mean, because Katrina wasn't that bad of a storm. It kind of ignored it. They were acting like it wasn't coming. They didn't prepare for it. But
I
Laura
do
is like a
remember.
worse storm.
I do
Yeah,
remember leading up to Katrina that like not many people were taking it as seriously.
yeah, and the levees they didn't have them, well structured and all of that. But they're saying this Laura storm is literally like a way worse storm, just storm wise. Period, just a regular storm. And the word that was used to describe it was unsurvivable. And I've never ever heard somebody professional describe a storm as unsurvivable.
You know what? You know what? It's probably, I guess, I don't want to say this, but it's probably for the best if you say it that way, because you don't want
We still get
anybody
people to
feeling
move.
like, exactly. You don't want everybody just not taking it seriously. So if you say words like unsurvivable, it's like, okay, I'm out. You gotta be out there for me. I'm like, I'm out.
Unsurvivable.
So what
It is
state is it gonna attack? Because I know, like, living in Georgia, we always get like 10%.
rain. Yeah,
Yeah.
we always just get a bunch of rain. We never. I keep telling people Georgia is the most consistent calm weather place I've ever been to. I've lived in New York, Maryland, Vegas. I've been to Cali. I've traveled. I've been to Italy and all of that. Georgia has the most just normal. You know what to expect every day weather type. We don't deal with earthquakes. We don't deal with tornadoes. At most, we get heavy rain. We really don't get hurricanes because we're not. I mean, like Atlanta specifically, we're not near the ocean, so we don't have to deal with hurricanes. We don't have to deal with really heavy storms. Literally, our worst weather is heavy rain. We don't get snow.
You know
We
what?
get snow once every 4 years, maybe 2 inches.
I think that's why a lot of people also want to move here as well, because, like, hey, if you want to live in the South but don't have to worry about tropical storms and earthquakes, hurricanes hitting you, Georgia's a perfect place. Because, like, we were just perfectly positioned where we're not going to get the brunt of it. We're just going to get scraped by it.
Bruh, the sweet spot. We get scraped by everything, but we don't get it. We really don't get anything. Again, the most we deal with is just constant rain. I mean, literally for like the past 3 weeks, we haven't gone a day without rain. But that's literally it. That's just rain. I mean, it gets hot, but I've experienced hotter summers in New York than I've experienced down
Oh
here.
yeah.
It
Oh
seems
yeah.
like our weather is more in the middle. We don't get as cold and we don't get as hot as places like New York. It's like
Because
a nice little sweet spot.
it's drier heat mixed in with the New York pollution that makes it even hotter.
Oh yeah, dry heat is terrible, bro.
Yeah.
When
So
dry heat is terrible.
is
Oh
it?
yeah,
Oh yeah, snow. Snow is the
we
worst thing.
get we get the tiniest bit of snow, but we just don't have salt trucks to prepare for it. We like what get like 2 inches, and it just sends the whole city in a pandemic because they don't prepare for it. Just kind of like Katrina, where
Yep.
they knew it was coming, didn't take it seriously, didn't have enough salt trucks. I was in New York at the time when that one snow thing happened, and everybody was just stranded for days in Atlanta. I wasn't even here for that, but I heard how bad it was.
Me
And you
too.
got to remember, it wasn't even a lot of inches. I think it was only like 3 inches or something. When we get like a foot in New York when I was living in New York, and we just still went to class.
Yeah,
Shay,
like,
you have a foot of snow and still going to class. Atlanta, 2 inches, out for a week.
yeah. My family. I remember that day. My family was mad I didn't call them, but like I honestly told them I didn't think it was that serious. I didn't know it was that serious. Cause I just saw like only like a couple inches of snow, so I was like, okay, I didn't think it was that serious.
Yeah, man, bro, it got really bad from what I heard. Again, I wasn't there, so I didn't get to experience it. But I was hearing like a normal 20-minute commute turn into 8 hours because people were literally just stuck. And some people were stuck so bad they got out of their car and was like, I can't do this, and just walked home or whatever.
Oh
And they
yeah,
would come back and their car is gone, of course, because Atlanta is theft capital of America as far as home burglaries and cars getting taken or things getting taken out of cars. We're the capital of America. You can literally look up the stats. So I don't know how people thought you were just gonna leave your house on a highway, walk home, and come back and think your car was gonna be there ever.
they probably came in there with Christmas bags too, since it was that time of the year, and then just took their things in the Christmas bags with the red Santa bag or something.
Bro, crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it snowed since then. What was that, like 4 or 5 years ago? We don't get snow. When we do it dominates the
No,
city.
it snowed like a couple of years ago. It snowed like 2 years ago.
So we get snow by like one every 2 years, maybe get like a
Yeah.
couple of inches. It's like a nice little sweet spot. I mean, it's not eventful, but I mean, if you're one of those weather chasers, Atlanta is the worst place for you to be because, again, the most we get is heavy. We got hail once, I remember, maybe a couple of times, but it didn't
Oh,
even last long.
we definitely had hail like at least a couple of times around my childhood.
Yeah, we've had hail some like twice while I was here. But that's really it. It's the most calm place I've ever been weather-wise in my life. Bro, you can literally expect what's gonna happen the next day. It's gonna be 80s, low 60s, maybe low of 70s, and it's gonna rain a lot and be cloudy. That's what you can expect every day, year round, basically, almost until you get to the winter where sometimes winter, what was it, 70 something degrees Christmas 2 years in a row? I think last year and the year before that it was
Yep.
70s on Christmas. Like we don't even get cold weather like that a lot of the time, which is like a nice little middle.
Yep. And for about Tropical Storm Laura, what states was going to hit again? I know Florida has to be one. I know Florida was one, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so. I think it's hitting. I see mid south, so I think it's definitely hitting Louisiana, Texas. I think it's hitting places like that. I'm assuming like maybe Oklahoma and stuff like that. I really hope everybody out there is okay because they're saying this is
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. Hope so. Hope so. But
They're saying it's terrible.
I used to love Maryland weather. You get all 4 seasons. I
Yeah, we don't
remember.
really. Our leaves change. That's really it. That's really about it.
I remember living in Massachusetts. It was like winter for about fall is winter. Fall is winter.
Bro, New York. Our spring break was in February. It was 30 degrees outside. I'm like, what kind of spring break is this? That's why people go to Florida.
I remember, like, I mean, yeah, I remember there was a time in New York where I forgot what the sun looked like because it was just always cloudy, cold, dark, gloomy. It was just, when I saw the sun, it's like, sun, is this really you?
Yeah, bro, that northeast weather is a little bit, especially like Massachusetts, New York. It gets cold, especially in upstate New York. Massachusetts are different from New York City. I haven't experienced upstate New York and what you experienced in Massachusetts, but I know from New York, again, it gets hotter in New York than it does in Atlanta, and it gets way colder than it does in Atlanta. So New York and northeastern states be going through it, boy. I tell you.
My cousins think 50 degrees is hot. That's how cold it gets in
Oh, yeah,
Massachusetts.
that's ridiculous.
50 degrees is good weather.
Boy, my friends in LA think 70 degrees is cold or 60 degrees. They like, oh yeah, I need a coat.
Well, I need to go to LA then, because
I've heard.
I love the heat. So I need to go to LA.
Yeah, look, I mean, LA is really good weather-wise. They just, you have to deal with earthquakes, which is, I don't know why that just seems like one of the scariest, most unpredictable things. Other than that, LA's cool too.
And
That's
also
why I
most
say Atlanta's
recently
perfect.
wildfires now. So
Oh yeah,
seems
yeah,
like
that
that's been a
too.
problem.
Somebody can throw a cigarette on the highway and it ends up being a wildfire. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Yeah, boy. Atlanta's definitely the most calm, consistent weather you can probably get that I've experienced so far. Everywhere I've been.
Oh, I just tell Kai, I just told them even come to Georgia. They used to live in Georgia. That was the thing about it. They used to live in Georgia as kids, but like yeah, they moved back to Massachusetts and now 50 degrees is cold to them. So yeah, I don't know when they're ever going to get 50 degrees in Texas. 50 degrees is warm, so I don't know when they're ever going to get 50 degrees in Texas. Yeah, go to Texas and have 100-degree weather. I don't know.
Yeah, I used to
Like,
deal with hundreds and tens in Vegas, and that used to be annoying, bro.
how can you get from that extreme from going to Massachusetts to Texas and then just have that huge weather change? That has to change your body. Like that has to change
It
something
has
in your
to.
body.
Has to
That's
affect
not
you in some
normal.
way. Yeah, I said LA is hot, wildfires, earthquakes, Crips, and Bloods. And Rich, that's a good point there. I don't know how people can live in heat all the time, no cold weather. I do like the change of weather, especially since here when it gets colder, I don't have to cut grass. I don't have to deal with all the wasps and the spiders. I mean, all the bugs go, but I kind of like bugs, so I'm sad in a way, but I'm glad I don't have to deal with spiders and mosquitoes and wasps. But places like LA, I've heard like during the winter the weather is the exact same, but leaves instead of turning, red, brown, yellow, beautiful colors, they kind of just turn gray. But generally, you
Okay.
could take a picture of LA in December, take a picture of LA in August, and it looks the exact same. You would never know. People's clothes are the exact same. It's literally the same temperature the whole way through.
I do.
But
I
they just
do
got to deal
want.
with earthquakes.
I do want to live there for a bit though, because I just want to experience it. Like, look, I never furthest out west I've been to is New Orleans. So, hey, I just want to experience that
Dang.
lifestyle. I love the heat. I hate the
You
cold, so I
probably
love
like
the heat.
LA. I mean, it's a consistent heat where it's like mid 70s at night and like 80 upper 80s during the day. Just usually kind of year round kind of. And it's, more dry. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, my sister actually, one of my sisters actually lives in Minnesota. So scarves, tees, and lipsticks. My sister, she just moved to, well, she moved to Minnesota like a year ago for a job. So she went from Georgia heat to Minnesota, and that was an adjustment for her.
You
So,
know, no, I don't want
oh,
that type of
actually,
winter scarf. I do not want that. I just
oh,
want a season because in LA it seems like the every year is the same. You don't get winter, fall, summer, so it feels like everything kind of runs into each other. But when you're somewhere else that has a change of seasons, it feels like the year is longer because you're experiencing different types of life. You have to wear different outfits and different stuff like that. So I feel like I don't know. LA just seems like it would feel like it's been the same month for 3 years.
I need to live there. And oh yeah, scarves, tees, and lipsticks is my sister. I forgot that's your handle. So yeah.
Oh, so you were you were telling your sister about how your system how your system moved. And then yeah, oh yeah, my mom is perfectly right. I love having a warm Halloween. I think Atlanta is a perfect spot for Halloween because it gets warm. It's usually still kind of
That's
warm
true.
Halloween, 60s, maybe 70s. And then winter, hopefully we'll get a little bit of
No,
cold.
but last year Halloween was cold. I remember
It
that.
was rainy.
No,
That's the problem. Like it normally doesn't rain on Halloween. It was rainy,
but
which made it extra
it,
cold.
it was cold and rainy. It was cold. I
Yeah, it
was
was
just
like
walking back at night. I was even doing like Halloween rain. I was just walking back, and it was like windy, like 40 degrees, rainy. It was unbearable. I hated it. The thing with Georgia, Georgia does have its years where it can get extremely cold, or at least we'll have some days within the warm winter where it'll be like 30 degrees or 40 degrees.
yeah, we'll have a couple. Yeah, we'll have like maybe 2 weeks of just because I remember taking Lyric to school a couple of years ago, waking up 30 degrees, taking them to school, trying to warm up the car, struggling. But it doesn't last too long here. It may be like a couple of weeks, at most a month, where we gotta really go through that super cold weather. As New York, it's literally September, really kind of beginning of October all the way to April. Because remember, we had our little festival every April and it's like 40 to
Yeah.
50 degrees at our festival where we're supposed to be outside and having fun. And it's too cold for me. I mean, a lot of the people over there chilling and having a good time in 40, 50-degree weather, shorts and a t-shirt. I'm
I,
out there struggling. Like, I don't
I,
want to be here.
I remember like every time it got to like 40 to 50 degrees or higher, every time in the Great Lawn, the students are just outside, like in little to no clothes as possible. I'm like, it's still cold, right? Like I'm over here still wearing a heavy jacket. Like, how is this warm to you?
I mean, that's generally a racial thing. I'm not even gonna lie. With the t-shirt and shorts and in cold weather, that's just I don't know how they do it, man. I can't. I can't
Sitting
be.
in the grass,
I'm struggling.
that too.
I guess they're immune. I don't know what's going on. Y'all let me know. Anybody in this chat that wears shorts and t-shirt in 20-degree weather, let me know what's the thought process behind that. Are you literally just immune to it? Like, do you not feel that?
Like I don't know. Like this is just a guess from me. Like maybe darker skin makes us like more affected by the cooler temperatures. I
And
don't
we
know.
can handle heat better. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I
Yeah,
mean, that literally is science, so it makes sense.
because we also don't get sunburned as much as well. So
Yeah,
like yeah,
yeah, it
could
makes
be,
science.
could be.
Definitely science to that. But yeah, well, I don't even remember where we were. We were on a super tangent about. Oh yeah, because hurricane. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, again, just to reiterate, Georgia, I feel like is the perfect because LA again has the most consistent temperature throughout a year, but Georgia is the like safest place weather-wise. Again, the most we really get on a yearly basis is just heavy rain and thunderstorms. We'll get the occasional tornado every few years and it'll be small. We get the occasional snow every 3 years and it'll only be like 2-3 inches. And depending on how people handle it, is how bad it'll be for the city. I mean,
Now
if we prepare like New York, 2 to 3 inches would literally be nothing.
we do get floods. That's I think the worst thing
Slightly,
Georgia
yeah.
consistently
Yeah, I
gets is
think yeah,
floods.
we kind of do. Yeah, all the rain, it just constant. It has not. We haven't had a fully sunny day in like 3 weeks, and I think other people probably find that weird. I'm not sure if that's weird. I think
Oh
that's
yeah, because when I went to New York, I found it weird that it barely rains, and when it does rain, it's just like light rain.
boy. Oh yeah, they don't know rain. I used to be so mad going to class, and it'd be doing the slightest drizzle, and people would be full sprint to class. I'm like, bro,
With
y'all don't
umbrellas
even
on and
know.
everything.
Yeah, bro, I'm just chilling in my normal outfit. Like, it's okay. It's just a little drizzle, but they be full sprint. I'm like, bro, you gotta come down to Atlanta when it's raining, like raining, because I don't think they've ever experienced it.
Yeah, and I thought every state rained the way Georgia did. And I didn't know that heavy rain is, I guess, also geographical as well. I
I
didn't
mean,
know
we live in
that.
a swamp, snakes, alligators, so
Yeah.
it makes sense. Frogs. I guess it makes sense that we get a lot of rain compared to other places.
Yeah, and the time that New York did have the heavy rain, it was a hurricane. That was like the only time I remember New York
Literally.
having heavy rain.
I went home for that too. I missed that. I came back like right afterwards. My mom wanted me to come home, so I stayed home for like a week and
Oh,
then came back.
lucky you. I was in a Henley off campus housing in St. John's my sophomore year. It was like a
Tragic.
war zone out there. I just went to walk to the campus. Like I seen trees falling down. It looked like a Call of Duty out there, like a post-war Call of Duty level. It really did.
I heard that Hollis lost, like where I stayed at. I lived in Hollis. I heard they lost power for a few days during that.
Oh yeah, Henley as well. Like Henley also lost power as well. So yeah, we were definitely struggling. We were having Henley get-togethers off campus housing get-togethers, trying to get to know each other since there was nothing else to do. Always had to order Chinese food since like nothing else was open except the Chinese food restaurant. So that's all we had to order.
That sounds so bad. That sounds so terrible. I'm glad
Yeah,
my mom
but
made me come home because I was like in the middle, and they were like, "Nah, come home," because it sounded like it might get serious.
it
And
was
it
fun.
ended up
I guess
getting pretty serious.
I looked at it as like, look, it's a break from class. I think we had like a good whole week of class off. So I was looking like, hey, I'm just over here in New York.
Just cooling it. I mean, you just couldn't really do much though. That's the
That's
only
true.
problem. But I've heard some people with war stories. Like when I came back to my dorm, they were like, "Bro, you missed it. It was real tragic out here. We was food, power. It was just a struggle. So like y'all earned some stripes during that situation."
Oh, for real. For real. And like me, I like journeys. I like taking a walk and I like seeing things. So like everybody was just still
And
staying in their dorms. They're like, hey, like, look, this rain is over. I want to take a walk. I want to look at everything. I want to see how
they,
everything is. Then I see like how see just trees fall down, like places get destroyed, like some houses being destroyed. It was just like, wow. It was an experience. Like this was actually a for real hurricane. They weren't lying about this.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That is wild. I definitely, if I were there, whenever the coast was clear, I definitely would have been out exploring too. Because you know me, I love walking around. When I finally move back, it's basically gonna be like, almost like my first time being there again because I haven't been there so long. So I'm gonna be exploring all over again.
I don't think I think I haven't been there longer than you have too. I think last time I was there was 2017 or 2016.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we you know we go back every summer, but as far as like living there, but I'm going back and I'm exploring. I mean, a lot of things have changed too. Some parts have gentrified, some parts got worse. So New York kind of looks different. I've heard.
I heard it's more authentic, which is what I like. So,
Yeah,
but
I've
I
heard
do.
it's. Huh?
I'm saying I do want to go visit, even probably live there again. It's like I kind of miss it. Like just even talking about it again, I kind of miss New York because like every day was an unpredictable day. You can't predict what's
Bro,
going to happen. Like the stories that we
never
had,
knew.
example, like we all the times we got stuck on the New York subways. The time we met
Boy,
a witch outside of, well,
oh
not
yeah.
outside, inside of St. John's actually. How we basically took cafeteria food in Tupperware and everybody judged us for it. It's like we had so many stories. It was fun. It was fun.
New York was interesting. I ended up at so many random just events and underground parties and just all kinds of stuff that's just like you got to know somebody. It's like just random. A lot of people I met in Henley, just playing pool. I think technically you're one. I think technically I met you downstairs where the pool table
Yeah,
kind of was. Yeah, so like I
actually,
met a lot of people there.
well, we met in that. Remember when we had that second floor get together, like the RAs got all the people from the second
Oh,
floor. That's how we met. And then
oh
because
yeah.
I came up to you when I found out you were from Georgia, I was like, "Oh, I'm from Georgia too."
That's wild that we both from Atlanta met each other in New York. But yeah, I mean, New York is such a random place. It's the most like you're only bored if you're lazy. New York is the only city I can say guaranteed if you're bored, you're lazy. It's always something to do. It's always something free to do too. New York is the most like, I mean, DC is great because they have so many free museums, the zoo and everything. So big shouts out to DC for that. But New York, as far as just free entertainment, as far as there's always a concert, there's always a parade, there's always a festival, there's always an event. A lot of times there'll be multiple things happening in the same day, especially during the summer, where you got to pick and choose what you want to do. Do you want to go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade or the Puerto Ricans are at, or do you want to go to this event this day? You got to pick one. Some years you got to be like, all right, I'm going to go to this event this day. I mean, it's literally too much to do in New York.
Yes, every day something is free. And I think that goes against the stereotype in New York because first thing everybody thinks about New York is New York's expensive. Really, it's only housing that's expensive.
That's literally it.
Kind of
food is generally cheaper.
Yeah.
Groceries is kind of the same / more expensive, but as far as eating out food, like especially like a local deli, is cheaper than me going to McDonald's in Atlanta. Events, anything entertainment is usually free, 80% of the time free. So that's cheaper than Atlanta. It's just a lot of things, a lot of aspects of life in New York are very cheap / free. And when people hear New York, like you said, they think it's the most expensive thing ever, but it's literally just the housing because, I mean, it's so convenient. They make the housing more expensive because everything and entertainment-wise is just for free. You can literally just sit on a stoop and be entertained for a whole 5 hours just from people passing by doing random stuff.
Everybody wants to live in New York, so that's why the demand is high, so it's extremely expensive. That's why Georgia is getting more expensive because everybody now wants to live here.
Bro, Atlanta's flooding, bro. Every year, I can literally my ETA increases every year just going to the same place. Like I could document what it takes for how much time it takes for me to get from here to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium this year. And within 2 years, it might be an extra 5 minutes added just because the traffic.
It takes you about 23 minutes. I'm going to try to make an exact.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there. Yeah, it's definitely somewhere low 20s. It takes me to get to the stadium.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure 10 years ago, it would have taken me like 15 or maybe a little less than that.
When I lived in Smyrna, like without traffic, it'll take me 19 minutes to get to the stadium. With traffic in the morning, at a minimum of 40 minutes. A minimum.
Bro, you can literally tell year by year more and more traffic comes. You can tell people are moving to Atlanta. And I guess I'm glad that the city's flourishing. You know, it'll bring more money to the city. Hopefully we'll gain more programs and things. Because like New York has a system to where they feed kids during the summer that like once school is done, they still basically give them regular school cafeteria food because for a lot of kids, they, you know, just can't afford to eat, just general life living in the hood type thing. Atlanta doesn't have things like that. New York just has certain programs in place. They have gyms that you can go to for free. And hopefully, even though we're getting more traffic, more money coming to Atlanta will help get that. We'll open more parks and more basketball courts, things like that.
It also, I think, is also attributed to New York being a more liberal state. So they focus more on aspects like that. And Georgia,
more generous.
Atlanta is liberal. The whole state is still not. So they still don't really understand that or relate to that. So I think that's if we have more money, unless that changes, that probably won't happen. Rich did ask a question: am I from Georgia or Massachusetts? I'm from both. I lived in I was born in Fall River, Massachusetts. That's the place where Aaron Hernandez was in court. I don't like saying that name, but Aaron Hernandez was in court. And I lived there till I was 7 years old, and then my family moved down to Georgia. First in Marietta, Georgia, where Jaylen Brown went to high school at. My brother went to same high school, Wheeler High School, and then after that, went to Powder Springs, Georgia, where I essentially grew up and went to high school at. But then in college, I was like, you know what? I didn't want to stay in Georgia anymore. I was tired of Georgia.
Same thing every day, bro. It's fun.
Exactly.
Atlanta has the funniest people in the world to me, the most fun people to be around, but it just be the same thing every day type of thing.
Yeah, same thing every day. And like, you know, when I was in high school, no Uber, no Lyft, no car. So I could
Boy.
go to the city and have fun. And the city isn't like the city it is today. The city when I was at high school was different. Definitely a lot more dangerous. So I decided to go to New York instead for college.
Yeah.
And then I
Oh, that's
came
a
back
great
here.
point. That's a great point about how when we were in high school and stuff, there was no such thing as Uber. So if you wanted to go to a party and nobody can give you a ride, that was it. Like you not going to that event, you not going to the movies unless somebody can give you a ride. Whereas in New York, all through time, there's some way to get somewhere. No matter what age you are, no matter what's going on, you can get from the Bronx to Queens. So that's another thing. The restaurants are open 24/7. You're hungry at 4 a.m., you can easily go get a chopped cheese or whatever you want.
Yep.
Any drink you want, you can't do that here unless you drive to a gas station. You better hope the actual store part of the gas station is open. Sometimes it just be the pump. So, you know what I'm saying? Like in New York, just quality of life is just drastically different. A lot of people complain about the rats and it being dirty, but literally, other than that, quality of life is just vastly improved compared to Atlanta.
At chopped cheese in the Arizona Classic. That was about
Oh, classic.
$6 at most. And Rich, yeah, Powder Springs, McEachern High School is in Powder Springs, Georgia. And I've lived in Powder Springs from about say second grade till senior year, essentially. So yeah, so I went to high school in McEachern. That was the district. In Powder Springs, you have three main high schools. We got South Cobb, which is really in Austell, but people from Powder Springs go there too. So that's South Cobb High School. I think there was a former basketball player there, but the name escapes me right now. McEachern, and then you have Hillgrove. Well, Hillgrove is known from having NFL players like Bradley Chubb, for example, and as well as Evan Ingram and Kenyon Drake. So
What
those
about
three high schools.
where does Pebblebrook fit in all of that? That's all still
Pebblebrook's in Mableton. It's in
Mableton.
Mableton.
Oh, okay.
If you're focused in music and you live in Powder Springs, you can go to Pebblebrook. But it's not in the district. But if you're like music focused, if you're trying to get into music, Pebblebrook is the school to go.
Oh, okay. That's interesting because
McEachern
where
was
we're at is
McEachern is not nowhere. That's probably a private city, McEachern, but no, McEachern High School is in Powder Springs, Georgia.
New Jersey. That's pretty random. That's funny. Yeah, that's interesting. Our high schools like in the area, Westlake, Langston Hughes, Tri-Cities, Mays, all of that. We're all kind of intertwined. That's how our little section goes. Kind of West Atlanta, South Atlanta-ish, kind of near the airport. We're all involved. Union City, all Creekside, all of that type of stuff is all generally our area. My mom said, other than that, LOL rats are a big deal. It's not that bad. They don't touch you.
Well, hey,
They just be down in the train tracks.
well, no, it's not just in train tracks. I lived in places that had that too. So
I've never actually lived in a place with rats in New York. That's wild.
So but in New York, I liken rats to roaches in Georgia. There's roaches everywhere in Georgia. Where in New York, there's roaches, but not as frequent as Georgia. So like, hey, and if I go back to Georgia, I just take the roaches. If I go to New York, I deal with the rats and mice.
That's so sad. Raphael said, wait, once Halloween hits, it's time to evacuate the Northeast. Wait, what's going on? I know since coronavirus, I'm not sure if y'all know, but every year except for last year because of like the weather, it was rainy and stuff. I take Halloween very seriously. If you think I take my plant seriously, I take Halloween 10 times more seriously. Like I'll build stuff, paper mache, PVC pipe, and all of that type of stuff, and like build like Halloween things, like humans and monsters and stuff. And then we set it up to where people can walk through like a certain area and then like walk out another way, and we scare them and stuff like that. So I'm big on Halloween. So I'm really sad that I'm about to go a second year in a row without being able to go all out for Halloween. I can, kind of buy stuff, maybe stop the Party City or Spirit Halloween or whatever to try to get some stuff, or even make some stuff at home and get it ready for the next year that we can possibly do it. But I'm a little hurt about I'm not having Halloween 2 years in a row. I'm not gonna lie, that's one of my main passions.
I just want candy. Like I don't care if I'm almost 30. I just want candy. Like I just miss when I was a kid and I used to have like huge bags of candy. I missed it.
That's crazy. I've never really liked candy. I mean, I just have a really low tolerance. It like hurts. Like eating candy. Like I had 2 Starbursts at Marcel's baby shower like last year, and I literally got a headache. Huh?
I ate those Starbursts. I remember that.
Boy, I ate those 2 Starbursts that came in that little, pack with a whole like bubbles, Starburst, random little things in that little gift basket. And boy, headache, stomach hurt, had to take a nap for 3 hours. I was struggling. Like I just have a low sugar tolerance. So
That's a
even when
good
I was a
thing,
kid,
'cause
my
that's
mom
bad.
took most of my candy.
That's a
Huh?
good. Well, that's a good thing because sugar is bad. I wish I had a low sugar tolerance, but I think I got a sugar addiction.
Bro, I can't really do it, bro. I don't really eat cake. I really don't eat ice cream. I might eat a cupcake at an event. And candy, I like gum. I love chocolate chip cookies. But really, other than that, my mom really just took most of my candy. I just like going out and experiencing the scary things. And now, that I'm older, we go to what's the thing? We go to all the Halloween attractions. Like we'll do Six Flags, which really isn't scary and it's a little bit too crowded, but still we'll do like the extreme Halloween attractions, like the ones like 13 Stories and dang, what's the place that we love going to? I do all of those things, all the like the super scary. Like I wish we had like a hayride I can go to close to here, like a scary like corn maze and stuff. I would do all of that stuff. I love Halloween. I'm a huge Halloween geek. Y'all think I love sports and plants? I'm like huge on Halloween. I don't think y'all understand the type of music I listen to. I literally listen to like dark Halloween music, just chilling. So I'm just to let y'all know, I'm really hurt that I'm missing out on Halloween again. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to do like the big Halloween attractions. That just hit me, so I'm sad. All of that. What's the name of the place? So I'm gonna go look it up. I gotta go look it up, bro.
And
Hold on.
to answer Rich's question, I guess Sharif may be from New Jersey, but he went to high school in Georgia. I mean, they could have probably just moved to Georgia to go to high school there to play basketball.
Yeah, you're talking to two people who were born in one place and moved to another place and were raised in that second place. So
Exactly, it
it's
happens
very
a
common.
lot.
It's very common. I was born in Maryland, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, Dang, I'm gonna find it. I gotta find it.
And I wish I was like you because it comes to a point where I'll buy like 3 bottles of juices, drink them all in like 2 days, eat lots of candy. What else? I just love sugar. I have a sugar problem. I think that's just like one addiction I have.
Oh, Netherworld. There we go. If y'all don't know what Netherworld is, look it up. I love going to
Oh,
stuff
I heard
like
of
that.
it. I heard of it.
Bro, we've been every year like the past 3-4 years, but we can't go this year because you know what I'm saying, Corona, and I'm sad.
I
This
bet
gonna be
it's
the
still
first year I've
open.
missed.
I bet it's
You
still
say
open.
what?
I bet
Oh,
it's
of
still
course
open.
it's still open. Oh yeah, they're just gonna ask people to wear masks and keep your distance, which might actually be more fun. Because I hate how Netherworld were kind of packed in, and like say if it's like 5 of us as a group, they'll throw us in. We'll be close to the people in front of us, and we'll be close to the people behind us. I feel like the coronavirus way, if you're not afraid of it like I am, it will be the best experience because you'll truly be kind of alone walking through it. It makes it a little less scary when you have a whole
At,
family in front of
at,
you and a whole family behind you walking
at
through
least you'll think you'll be alone because some other family probably just not going to respect your personal space and get up and
and
all
it's
close.
scared. Yeah, there's been plenty of times pre-corona where I've had people grabbing onto me that I've never seen before in my life because of how scary Netherworld and stuff is. And it's just people
I
are afraid
never
of that stuff.
I never went, but I kind of want to go from you telling me about it. But hey, this might be the move 2021 if you down.
Oh, definitely pull. I'll definitely ask you. I love Netherworld. I would go to Netherworld more than once if I could, if it wasn't so expensive. I think it's like $60 to do both because they have multiple things. They have like 2 main attractions. One's big, one's kind of small, and then they have a whole bunch of stuff around it. And it's
Hey,
really fun. It's really interesting.
I'm no longer a broke boy anymore, so hey, $60 is fine.
That
No
is
longer a
true.
broke
Sixty
boy.
dollars. $60 this year does sound a little bit different from $60 last year.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me. I don't have a problem buying a video game anymore. Like I'm always so hesitant to buy video games new. Cause like $60. Now I'm like, okay, it's just $60.
It's not as bad anymore, bro. It used to be it, bro. It used to be tough times. And thank you, mommy, for sending me the link to the pictures. Let me see if I can find some good pictures about how we. Let me see. I can show y'all.
Also, hashtag buy Tesla. Shots out. They're
Can I
funding
zoom
the
in,
money.
bro? I don't want all of this.
They're funding the money. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
care if
definitely.
10 years old, 100 years old, 50 years old, whatever. Buy Tesla. I don't care if you got
Without
a
a doubt.
hundred in your bank account, 1,000. If you got 100, just buy part of it. We need this to grow. We need me to be a millionaire. So we need this to grow.
He's trying to get people to buy it so that that it can increase his
You
numbers
are
on it.
You already know. You already know. Let's go.
But yeah, we make all this stuff. Like I'll go buy a head, and then like a lot of this is just plastic little Target bags, Walmart bags with pipes, and the bags kind of take up the space and make up the chest and the arms. And I'll just buy like the head, the mask. That's just a regular little mannequin dummy
Already?
head and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love Halloween. I like setting up stuff. I wish we could get the night view. Where's the night view? The night view is a little bit creepier and makes more sense and stuff. But you know, I just love Halloween. This was kind of a lazy one that we made, but you know what I'm saying? It still scares people. Because also, it's me, my cousins, and sometimes a couple of my friends will dress up and we'll look like this. So you don't know who's human and who's not. So a lot of people are scared to even walk through it a lot of the times. Because again, we set up like an entrance and then there's like an exit, and you kind of have like a walkway. You walk in one way, walk out the other,
That's
and
so
then we have
dope.
like a whole area set up.
How come y'all
And
never invited me here? That's so dope.
I don't know. I thought I did. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to see where I don't know. I got to figure out another way to explore this. I'll come back to it. But yeah,
Oh yeah, Miss
yeah,
Nikki.
man. I love
Oh
my
yeah,
Halloween, man.
yes, Miss Nikki. Yes, definitely. The come up. The come up.
Yeah,
I'm
that man Shay not playing about them stocks. You think I'm going crazy? That man is even deeper than I am.
I don't even want to
If
tell
I
you.
put a certain amount, he like triples what I put
I
in, if
don't even
not
want
more.
to tell you how much money I have in stocks alone. I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to tell myself. But I told myself like, no more. I can't add any more money. I can't add any more money. I need to make sure I have enough in my bank account now.
I'm limiting myself, but man, there's some things out there that just like, man, I wanna put so much money in a Tesla if I could. Tesla's only gonna go up. Same with Amazon, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
the split is coming on Monday. So like the price right now, I say is about 22.11, give or take. So divide that by 4, and then I mean by 5, and that's the price. That's the price. So look, buy into it. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. 4 years later, we're all gonna be in suits, eating caviar and doing other things rich people do. Airlines, all of that.
Yes, sir. I mean, besides that last part, but yes, sir, we're gonna be right there with it. But yeah, Tesla, I mean, it looks, when you look at the day report, it doesn't look that great. But if you
Mhm.
look at what it's done over the course of a year, it looks great. I mean, it's skyrocketing right
And
now,
it
basically.
depends where you bought it from. Like, so I originally bought it at 14.88, but I
Uh-huh.
sold it when it hit 22. I sold it right at 2000 because it came to a point where it was at 21.39, but then it dipped like almost 200. No, it did dip 200. It dipped by $200. So I thought it was a pump and dump. I thought everybody was getting out. So I was like, okay, let me get out too before I lose my money. So I put a limit at 2000. If it went up to 2000, then it did, and I got my money. But then it shot back up to 2100, and I thought there was a report that if you get it by a certain date, then that's when you'll get your money split. If you get it after that date, your money won't be split. So it was a false report that kind of made me get out early, and I didn't get, and I got again. So I got in at 21.39 after that. But like you see the price right now, um, I'm making money, and then once it splits, a lot more people are going to get back into it. A lot of college students probably don't have as much money. Is probably going to get into it, and then that stock is going to rise to 1,000 again. So like, look, we making money right here. We making money, but
Yeah,
also,
hey man, going up every day over here, man. I'm happy.
so yeah, Rich, you could go to Robinhood. I do it on Ameritrade, but I check Robinhood for
I
the
do both.
update.
I do
Robinhood a
both.
little bit faster with the updates. But I got
Robinhood also lets you do something that TD Ameritrade doesn't do, where you can buy a piece of a stock. Like I don't have
yeah.
a $2,216 Tesla stock, but I bought like a percentage of it, so I'm still,
As,
making
hey,
money.
as long as you buy percentage. So like Rich, I know you about like 14, I think. So like, hey, like it's understandable you don't got those funds right now, but just buy percentage. You'll be happy.
Buy something, bro.
Once you get to 20, you'll be able to pay for college. Once you get to 18, you'll be able to pay for college. Trust me. Trust me. I won't lead you wrong.
And
It's
my
cash.
mom said Rico still be eating nuggets and drinking. Man, I'll tell y'all, bro. Easy Mac frozen chicken nuggets, and some apple juice is all I need to live off this earth, bro. I'm good.
I'm
I
sorry.
do eat really cheap.
I'm sorry. I know I'm becoming a little bit bougie, and now I'm starting to eat organic. Well, not organic food. Well, I'm starting to eat a little bit more organic foods now. I'm starting to drink organic juices. So I think with the
Dang.
little come up I got, I'm being a little bit more bougie. You know.
Okay, I feel
Like,
that. I mean,
not,
eventually I'm gonna be eating my own plants at a certain point. I got my herbs and stuff. I'm gonna be start growing potatoes and all of that. But I eat cheap. I miss high school food. I think we've talked about that on this podcast before. I miss high school Salisbury steak with the mashed potatoes, high school pizza, dry chicken nuggets. I don't know what it is about cheap food, kid cuisines, frozen meals. I miss all of it. I haven't had it in a long time. I haven't had canned ravioli in years, but I miss it.
oh,
I
I
think the
love
one cheap
ravioli.
thing I don't like is ramen. I just don't understand ramen. I couldn't eat it in college. I couldn't do it. I feel bad afterwards. I don't know why all those other foods
You
I just
don't eat.
listed, I don't feel bad.
Yeah, you don't eat cheese, right?
Oh yeah, I eat cheese. I just hate
Oh,
cheese by itself. It has to be melted, like on a burger or macaroni and cheese. I'm not just about to eat a slice of cheese on a sandwich.
okay. That's what I do with ramen. I eat ramen with cheese. That's how you make it taste good. But that's also incredibly unhealthy.
Sounds like it would clash for me. That sounds sad to me. But yeah, I can't do ramen. It's like not only just the taste, it's like I feel like first of all, I never feel full. But also I don't know, it's similar to the way I felt with the two Starbursts I ate. That ramen hits me with that like canned ravioli and kid cuisines and frozen meals don't make me feel. Like I don't know what it is about ramen. I feel like I just ate 10 years off my life because of sodium. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Everything else, I'm good. SpaghettiOs and ramen, I can't do. Ramen, my mom makes it in a certain way that's better. It's like on the stove, and it's better. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I'll take ravioli, kid cuisine, all of that over it. I just can't do it. Easy Mac, I eat Easy Mac to this day. Love it. It saves me sometimes. Easy Mac and Velveeta cups. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I try to give Rico
I
this
like the
wrong.
cheap food too. I like how it tastes. It's just now I don't try to eat it as much because I know like the cheaper it is, usually the unhealthier it is, or more processed it is. So that's why I just try not to
Yeah.
eat as much.
Yeah, literally the only thing I eat now is Easy Mac and Velveeta or the occasional, frozen chicken nuggets or frozen fried shrimp. Because my mom hasn't been playing; she's been super cooking now, especially now that we got the air fryer and everything. So I haven't even had a chance to. But I really do miss my cheap Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes from high school, especially since I had free lunch. First of all. And a lot of my friends didn't like eating school lunch, which most people don't. I mean, that's more normal than what I do. And I would just have so much food because everybody would just give me their food. I just ask them, go in the line, get it, and they'll bring me their tray, and I would have like 5 trays of food, and I'm sleepy by the time I go back to class because I ate so much. It was Thanksgiving for me. I was taking everybody pizza that they didn't like, the dry pizza, the dry chicken nuggets, the the stupid milk. I liked it all. I didn't care. It didn't matter for me. Dry fries, unseasoned. I don't care. I microwave everything.
Oh,
I'll reheat McDonald's fries in a microwave and I'm happy.
I
I
mean,
eat everything. So
I'm not picky either. Like, look, if it's free, I'm going to eat it. If it's free, but if I have to pay
it's
for it,
free.
then like, yeah, that's why I always kept taking the cafeteria food in Mongoris in our university
Yeah,
cafeteria because it was free. Like, hey, I take it to go. I'm not paying for it. It's free, or at least it's part of our tuition,
exactly.
so it's free. I just bring my Tupperware and I'm good. I actually still do that. Like when I was working in Mercedes-Benz Stadium for my part-time job at retail, I kind of had to hook up on to get some food. So what I used to do, they said I could eat it. I could eat it just like on my break or something. What I do is I take my Tupperware because I'm taking some more to go as well. I'm saving this. Oh, I'm not playing,
Bro,
but
I'll never forget that time I went to NYU with a few friends to go to it was some like pro black meeting. I was a very famous black lady that was speaking. I can't remember her name. I remember her face, but she was giving a speech. And so we went for that. But then walking through NYU, leaving so we can go back to St. John's, it was at night. There was some random club, like some engineering club, and they expected more people than they got. It was only like 5 people. They were expecting like 40. So, so they had just literally like aluminum trays, literally this big of food, like literally one of rice, one of potatoes, one of some random red pasta. I think it was supposed to be spaghetti, whatever. Potatoes, bread, and I literally just took. Hey, they were like, "Hey, man, we just need food. I mean, we just trying to get rid of this food. We'll prefer to not throw." Oh, thank you, Ma. It was Angela Davis. Thank you. It was Angela Davis speaking. But yeah, so they were like, we just trying to get rid of the fruit. If y'all don't take it, we're gonna throw it away. So I just went and grabbed everything. It was rice, pasta, bread in one bowl. I mean, one aluminum can. It was like all kinds of other stuff in the other one. And then I brought it back to the dorm. It was really painful. First of all, it was hot. It was heavy.
It's
I
worth
had
it
to
for free food.
bruh, but I was so sore by the time I got back home because NYU Manhattan is extra far from where we were in Queens. That's like an hour train ride, a lot of walking. So I had to literally walk around with like a 60-pound two trays, just struggling, arms extra tired, but it was so worth it. The whole dorm ate for like a week. Everybody was chilling, bro. We were good. Everybody was good. I was the superhero of the dorm that week.
I was there. Well, I was at the dorm, so I know.
Fed the people, man. Fed the people. Had to do right.
And your mom, she said that she tried to put you on the ramen with cheese.
With
But
cheese, there's no way you can convince me that's good, bro. I'm just imagining the taste in my head right now. I can't even fathom it.
It's fire. What you talking about? It's fire.
I'm good, man. I'm so good. Just like sugar grits. Like I can't even imagine it. I just can't comprehend. I don't even want to try it, bro. I'm good. Oh, you told this story when Evan was here. I felt like I said this before to the stream. Yeah, it was crazy.
Hey, you could bring it back. I mean, we got some new listeners. I mean, we got some new viewers, so you could bring that story back. And Raphael Shannon said, I'm from Hyattsville, Maryland. Well, he's from Hyattsville, Maryland. Went to Northwestern High, where Jim Henson Len Bias went to rest in peace.
You went to school where my dad went. I'm not sure if you know who Irvin Church is, but he played for Georgetown at a certain point, like right before AI got there. That's where my dad went to high school, huh?
And is it John Henson? I think you mean John Henson, the basketball player, or is there a Jim Henson? I know John Henson.
But Len Bias was supposed to be literally Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan. That story is crazy. His whole story is wild.
Yeah, like his play style was really supposed to be LeBron James, actually, like LeBron James.
But Len Bias was supposed to be like a different type of dude. That was such a sad story. One of the saddest stories ever I've seen.
Yeah. Like if you're talking about prodigy, he definitely was one.
Yeah, man, different, bro. He was supposed to be. I mean, a lot of people were saying he was supposed to be better than Jordan coming out of to the NBA.
Yeah, then he got drafted by the Celtics and the Celtics, they were going into a new generation because Larry Bird was getting old. Their team was aging, so Len Bias was supposed to be a perfect transition, but didn't happen.
And they're just now getting there. That's why I didn't even think about that. They're just now getting there with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, where they were supposed to be with Len Bias.
I guess if you're talking about young talent, yeah, because I mean, I was about to say, well, they still had the big three, Paul Pierce and Garnett.
I mean, yeah, but that was like a short-term lease. Let's get some championships real quick. Yeah, I'm talking about like homegrown, drafted there, and it's about to blow up type of thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. So going to read some comments here. Rich did ask what stock should get into, what stock he should get into. I don't know what's in your bank account. I know you're a teenager, so I don't expect.
Oh, you got to be 18 to invest, though.
Oh, really? Wait, for real? I didn't know that.
Like he's literally gonna have to get somebody to invest for him, technically, like his parent or something.
Well, hey, if you want a family member to do that for you, just tell them like, look, invest in Tesla. You can't go wrong. I'm not even just telling you just so you can pump my money up, well, kind of, but it's also to help you as well. Even
you just tell them to spread the bit. Tell them to spread the bread. You give them the money, they invest, and then you get the money back. Whatever.
Exactly. We spread the bread.
I don't know how illegal that is. I don't know if that's illegal or not.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, we didn't speak about this here, but I mean, if you want some help, then could probably wiggle some things around for you. But even if you invest a percentage of Tesla, I think that would be good in the long run.
Because even though the stock is $2,000, if you only have $30 to your name, just put that $30 in. Just get that tiny piece.
and it's going to be about 400 tomorrow because it's going to split by 5. So what it means is if you have 1 share of Tesla right now, Monday is going to be 5 shares. So Monday I'm going to have 5 shares of Tesla. So it's going to be $400. So it'll be a little bit more affordable. So you can get like, let's say 10% of it or something, if you can. I don't know. I don't know what's the minimum percentage you could get for a share, but just get a percentage because that's going to rise.
Exactly. It's making me want to get more. But yeah, if you want to do percentage, do Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, which is really organized. I like the way they do it, how they have it, so you can invest in forex and options, all of that type of stuff. But Robinhood is more simple. It's an easier look. You know what I'm saying? Just the website alone, they give you advice and stuff on there. So Robinhood is easier to use. TD Ameritrade is more of like the advanced version.
Yeah, and Robinhood also gives you the advantage as well that you can trade from 9 to 6 p.m. Ameritrade's 9:30 to 4. So hey,
Oh
um,
yeah,
I hate
good
that
point.
sometimes because when someone will dump, they can dump right at 9, and then you're not going to get as much money. I mean, you can sell in the pre-market as well, but it's not as easy as just selling right when the market opens. So there's that
Yeah.
as well. But
Yeah, Robinhood is just way easier. TD Ameritrade is just more advanced technically.
let me get to you on some of the other stocks I have. So
Okay, put them on game.
I'm sorry, Rico. I did probably make you lose a little bit of money from telling you to invest in JDST because we did not ask any questions. I just saw that 52-week high of $1,000, and I'll be like, all right, let's
Well,
go.
I'm holding on to that for the long term.
Me too.
Oh
Me too.
no, that's boy.
Me too. I'm probably losing on $50 on it right now, but I'm not. I'm not selling that. It's like I think so. It's called Direction Daily Junior Gold Miners Index Bear 2 times and some other words. So I think basically, I think if the stock of gold goes down, that will go up. So gold has been doing well recently, but I guess but gold is eventually going to go down. Gold in the long term is going to be valuable, but I mean it's going to have periods it's going to go back down again. So when it does, this is going to shoot up, and when it shoots up, I'll be ranking in.
Selling. Boy,
Yep.
I am selling as soon as they have a spike, I'm selling. I mean, just bruh. Back in March, it was 850 a share. Now it's 10. So like if it gets anywhere near that 800, that thing gets I bought it for what 11? If that gets up to 400, I'm probably selling all my
Honestly,
shares.
even if it gets to 30, I'm selling it. Like, look, I already put like
That's still
how
a
many
profit.
shares? 50 shares on it. If it gets to 30, I'm selling it. Like I'm just looking at
Man,
that for some quick money. And Lee Auto, like, look, after Tesla, I decided that I was gonna invest into every EV stock known to man. Probably not the smartest thing, but I'm just like, hey, I think EVs cars are the future. I think electric vehicles are the future. So, like, you know how Apple, with Apple released the iPhone with Steve Jobs, rest in peace, and released the iPhone, and that kind of started the wave for smartphones. It kind of revolutionized smartphones. I think Tesla is doing the same thing with electric vehicles. So this might be the new wave. So hey, I'm getting into all of it. So I got into Lee Auto, probably got into a little bit too high, but I ain't too worried. Got into Neo. I got into Neo at a very good price at $13. It's at $18.60 right now. Shots out. And
yeah, I'm in that Neo too. I'm waiting for that to go sky. That's a long term one also. I feel like that's gonna skyrocket at a certain point.
yeah, I didn't get into any more after that, but there's also Workhorse and there's also XPEV. Oh yeah, I got into Nikola as well. Nikola is also, they do EV as well, electric vehicles, but they haven't released any products yet. But it's at 41.30 and I got in at, I believe, 39. No, I got in at 39, but then I sold for a profit, then I got in back in at 40 when it was rising. So those are the stocks I'm on that's a little bit more expensive. I got a cheap stock called Document Security Systems. This is probably a dumb stock, but it did well for me. Yeah, DSS. It did well for me. So I remember when I bought this at 755 and I was losing money. Actually, no, I bought this at $8 at one point and I was losing money. But then
So
I just
back in like February.
down and averaging down until it got to 755, and then one random day it shot up like $5 to 1160, and I raked in the profits. So you know what I'm doing right now? I saw it was as low as it ever was at 550. So I was just like, you know what? Let me get in, and I got in at 575. Right now it's at 611. They're gonna have some news on Sunday, so hey, this could shoot up. And I'm looking at this for some quick money. This ain't something I want to hold because I feel like it's a pump and dump stock. So, but this is something I'm gonna just get some quick cash on it while I'm holding on the EV cards.
Buy it while it's at its lowest. As soon as it shoots up even a little bit, because you have so many shares, you'll make a good profit. And then just sell it just right away. Any signs of it going up, because it might just super crash right afterwards.
Exactly.
You said pump and dump.
Just quick money.
Hey, quick little money, quickly. You just bought Madden off of that.
Rich asks, is Cash App good for stocks? I actually have no idea on that.
I have no idea.
Know.
You can like use Cash App for stocks, or like that's where you're gonna keep your money at.
I mean, I wouldn't trust it.
Oh, there is a stock section. There's a stocks and Bitcoin.
Really? I wouldn't
never. I've never clicked this part of it. I mean, I see it now that like Rich talking about it, but
I feel like Cash App is easily hackable, so I don't want to trust that.
Yeah, I am a little scared. I hate keeping money in Cash App. I transfer it to my bank immediately.
Even if you have your card linked to Cash App and you don't have any money inside, but you have a card linked, people can still hack into your card as well. So I just don't trust it.
Yeah, that's a little scary for me.
Rich also says, so just for y'all to know, invest in Sony and Microsoft November 10th and invest in Take-Two Interactive now, same as Electronic Arts. Oh, yeah, because the games are coming out. You have Xbox.
Oh, yeah, I'm in Sony. Oh, yeah,
the thing is, Sony. People are already on that wave right now. So the stock, like Sony's already at like near its 50. It already went past its 52-week high like multiple times already. Thing is, I had Sony.
Yeah, I got it early.
I had it at $70, but I sold it just because I just wanted to take my money out. So I sold it at 74, and I am kicking myself. I am kicking myself. I should have never have sold that. And Microsoft is already like at 2 something, because it's not just the Xbox. Microsoft owns so many things. So Windows. That is still kind of a little too expensive for me to just get into. But maybe during that time period I would. But right now, like I said, I already got too much money in the stocks. I do not want to add any more. So I'm just gonna rake in the profits from what I have right now. So like, yeah, I got this at $70. I think it went to like 81 at one point. Or 83.
83, yep. Hey, I'm holding on to this when the systems come out and all of that is going on. Soon as I see it at a nice little height that I'm comfortable with getting all my shares back, all my money back, I'm taking it back.
I'm gonna wait for a dip. I feel like it's probably gonna dip some point, and then that's when I'm gonna get into it.
Yeah. At this point, I would wait for it to dip, because right now it's the highest it's been all year, like really close to it at least.
I should have kept it at 70. You know what else I should have got? Penn, PENN. I saw it at $33 like a month ago. It was between that or DraftKings, but I decided to get DraftKings and look at the price. I saw it at like,
boy, you saw it at 30 and now it's at 55.
Look at that price. You know how much money I could have made off of that?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Because I didn't really know what Penn was. I just saw National Gaming. I didn't think, oh, gambling, sports betting. I knew DraftKings was already sports betting, so I got into that. If I knew Penn was into sports betting, I would have gotten into that as well. Actually, I did get into that for a period, but then I sold it at a loss and I saw it was dipping, but I didn't buy back into it. I should have bought back into it.
That is wild. That's one of them. I'm gonna keep track of it, and when it go back down, I might hop on it. But oh yeah, Raphael, we did not practice at FedEx Field yesterday, and I think they just had a normal practice today. I don't think they did it at FedEx Field, because I think when they do, they're gonna actually broadcast it similar to like it's a game, or at least it'll be live streamed on YouTube, I believe, or something like that. Yeah, and the Microsoft getting TikTok might be big. I don't know. I'm just skeptical. I'm a little scared because I feel like it might get banned and it might, struggle. So I'm a little scared of Microsoft.
And I think it's not just Microsoft in the bid, unless it's already been finalized. Oracle as well is also one of the companies that could get TikTok, and Oracle is like at $56. It was like at 53 at one point, but now they're going up because of the speculation that they might get TikTok.
I'm just a little. I'm personally scared of Microsoft. I feel like Sony's definitely safer. Like I know for a fact I'm gonna get a big profit off of Sony at some point. But Microsoft, you can either get a huge profit or a huge loss, and I don't know. I'm a little scared, and I'm normally a risk taker, but I don't know what it is about Microsoft. I'm a little uneasy about. I'm not even gonna lie.
It doesn't have to be Xbox related. Could it be something else? Sony, you know, Sony has a lot more products too. I think the main focus during that time is going to be their PlayStation. So Microsoft, Microsoft, because they'll still have like more products coming out with computers. So at least Sony, you know, the main focus could be related to the PlayStation.
And that Abbott stock is only about to go higher and higher. People are going to be fighting for those test results.
Oh yeah,
literally. You say you bought back into Abbott?
Yeah, I bought back into it. Like I told you, I sold it for a loss, and I bought back into it. When I saw the report that the Trump administration bought, I said like $750 million of it, something like that.
Oh Lord, I did not know that. Oh yeah, that's about to skyrocket. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, bro, it's the only test, period. Only coronavirus test that only costs $5, and you get your results back in 15 minutes, no lab necessary. So that means you're going to be able to buy it on Amazon just as a regular person like me and you, Amazon, Walmart, wherever. Of course, NFL teams, NBA teams, all of them are going to be fighting for it. But of course, they have to wait until the public has a good amount of access to it. So they're not just taking all of the tests. But I mean, it's one of them things where the demand is always going to be higher than the supply. And I can't see how that's not going to be great. Exactly. That's not just going to skyrocket over time. I think that's
something you can hold till like November. At least what I've seen on a group meet I'm a part of is I've been reading is something that could probably hold till November. And then Scarf Tees Lipsticks, my sister said Microsoft and Walmart are in on TikTok. Yep. So
oh dang. Walmart yeah, man. I'm staying out of that.
Wait, how can Walmart owns TikTok? That would be weird. Like a store. I mean, I know it's a retail. I know it's a Walmart, but still a retail store owning TikTok.
Yeah, I don't even understand what that means. I mean, hey, Walmart just trying to get their money. It's just trying to get their money.
Do you think Amazon will do a stock split? I think it will have to because it's like extremely expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy right now. I think it's like 3,000. Hold on, I got you right now. Actually, as a matter of fact,
I'm going to actually just keep watch on Amazon just in case they do one, and then if they announce it, I'm just going to buy one share of it.
I already have a percentage. I did my little Robinhood percentage of it, boy. I have some Amazon. That is wild. If you bought Amazon back in March, you would have almost doubled your money. Because I guess
coronavirus, more people are using Amazon now.
Yeah, man. I wish I was in the stock sooner, man. That is Amazon.
Amazon at 1998. You are probably big right now. I remember when Amazon was when I was a kid. It was like just like a small site that just sold like small products. It wasn't anything big.
Boy, 5 years ago, it was 300 a stock. That is wild. I mean, 400 something a stock. That is crazy. And what's up, Smokes? So Walmart trying to prove they're better than Target. Walmart is better than Target. Target is expensive, and Walmart has more stuff. Target don't even have a gardening section, a nursery section. But Target, and it's expensive again. I haven't been to Target in years. There's no reason. First of all, it's more Walmarts around, at least in Atlanta, and it's cheaper. I see no reason to go to Target.
Walmart to Target is like Krusty Krab to the Chum Bucket. It's not even close.
And more, like, how dare you be worse and more expensive? I just don't get it. Plus, Target is kind of the hangout spot for like a lot of younger people, like young high school around Camp Creek anyway. So it's usually something going on. It's not the most peaceful place.
That's Walmart in my area. That's actually Walmart in my area, not Target.
Oh, that's wild. The Walmart I go to, Thornton Road, it's actually pretty chill. Now the one Cleveland Ave and all of them are a little bit different, but it's still not that bad. It's not Target. I mean, because even if you have a Walmart in the hood, it's not that bad unless like it's. I mean, the Target at Camp Creek is literally the hangout spot for teenagers. I swear, teenagers are the most
How
dangerous
do you
people.
feel about the
No,
Walmart by the HBCUs then? Because I don't know if I would want to
I, I'm
go
just,
there.
bro. It's something about teenagers, no matter what race, that scare me more than any going into any hood. It's just random and just extremely random, unpredictable. I'm
That's
good.
I guess that's why. Yeah, I guess that explains why the WalMarts are not that safe in my area. The teenagers there.
Just a
Oh,
whole bunch of teenagers.
The Muppet. Oh, okay. So it's Jim Henson. Okay, so Jim Henson, the Muppet. So
Vincent made them. Oh, so you're talking about actually him, and not not a basketball player
I
named
was
John
thinking
Henson.
sports
Okay. You scared of me and my friends? Nah, I'm just, bro. It's just, bro. Teenagers are weird, bro. The hood is a little less, is way less scary to me than unpredictable. Teenagers are random. They always got feel like they got something to prove. Yeah, that
related.
Target is a little weird, bro. We Target. I mean, just like a lot of suburban places, the people that live there, that I got something to prove. I gotta act like I'm something I'm not. They more dangerous than a lot of people in the hood because they just just gonna end up doing something crazy that don't even make sense. There's no code, there's no law behind it. It's just I'm just trying to act like I'm from the hood. I'm not, and yeah, I'm good on all that. I'm good on all that. Them Douglas Villians, boy. Them Douglas Villians, different. Made up gangs and all. Yeah, I'm good on all that, boy.
Well, Powder Springs got a gang too. I just forgot the name of it.
Yeah,
I
bro, I'm
remember,
good on all that, man.
like in middle school and high school, we had gangs, and I'm just like, wait, Powder Springs? Like we
Boy,
ain't
they
bad.
just make
What
it up,
we got
man.
gangs for?
Where they just make up a new gang every day and do whatever they'll just do dangerous stuff just to try to act like they not from a
That
4-story home with 10 bedrooms.
And that's actually, yeah, I actually agree with you, Rico. I feel like that's more dangerous because it is unpredictable because like they always have something to prove. That's honestly how like a lot of crimes that I've seen growing up, they also happen with my peers, or somehow how some of my peers passed as well was from crimes like that of like teenagers or
Yeah,
teenagers,
I mean,
preteens trying to prove themselves.
people act like the hood is so terrible. It's really not. I mean, there's normally some type of like ethics to it and like you know what I'm saying? It's not as bad as people make it seem. But them unpredictable teenagers different, bro. They feel like they gotta prove themselves. They see these rappers in these videos acting a certain way and they not from an area that acts like that. But then, you know what I'm saying, they just feel like they gotta do it because it's what's cool or whatever.
Yep.
Those are the most dangerous people out here, bro. Any race, every race. Hey, bro, they got it. They got it, bro. I already told you. Oh yeah, Rich already told me. I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't scared of nobody. But them teenagers unpredictable. I prefer to avoid that if I can. And that
Mhm.
Target at Camp Creek, it's a mix of slightly hood and unpredictable little. I mean, because I used to be up there when I was a little younger. Like, it's just the Camp Creek is just the place that's the only place we have in that area to just hang out at. We don't really have a mall this close, so people just be at Camp Creek, and kids just being kids, fighting or whatever. Camp Creek just be the spot.
I remember I was eating at Chick-fil-A. It was Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it was Chick-fil-A. With me and one of my other friends, and I just seen like this teenage boy and I guess his friend back into someone else's nice car. I guess they were trying to park. I think they were
That
trying to get
too.
out and then just
Kids can't drive.
crash into a parked car. Like, and that car was nice too that they crashed into. Like that whole right side was damaged, windshield, all of that. All of it was damaged.
Kids, man, little teenagers, bro, can't
And
do it.
I think the person who got their car messed up was inside Chick-fil-A, so he had to come out.
I steer clear of all of that if
Saw
I
that through the
can.
window.
I prefer to be on Washington Road than to be in Douglasville and some of them neighborhoods where they just made up a gang one day and now they feel like they got to prove themselves to make sure that people acknowledge their gang and they from the hood. 10 bedroom houses and stuff. They got it. I steer clear of all of that.
The Douglasville Street Watchers or
Bro,
something.
the Douglasvillians, boy, that's what they call them. It's literally a word for them. You can ask. I have a few
Douglasvillians.
friends that lived over there. That like one of my friends is from like the really bad parts of like LA, and he's lost family members, friends, all of that. And he moved to Douglasville for like a little while. And he was like, bro, these people are different. I mean, they just doing stuff that's just like it just don't make sense. It's unpredictable. They live in 10 bedroom houses, both parents, wealthy, chilling, but they out here acting like, you know what I'm saying, they doing stuff that they think makes sense, that makes them look. It's terrible, bro. Hey man, they got it out there. They got it.
The Douglasvillians. Oh my goodness.
Boy.
I forgot what the Powder Spring Gang's names were. I really forgot, but they were stupid as well.
Bro, I heard something about they wear
bad.
bandanas on their fist when they fight. Something stupid. Like, what does that mean? They wear like their bandanas around their fist when they fight, or like something really stupid. Like,
I remember. I was about to say, I remember when I was in 6th grade and I came to school one day, and then some kid told me that I got to choose. I forgot the 2 names, but I got to choose one of these 2 gangs, and like I can't choose none. And I'm like, why can I not choose none? Like I'm like, why am I in a gang? Like, wait for what? And like I thought it was stupid, and I think it was inspired because the high school kids made these gangs. And then it just trickled down to the middle school kids. So probably like their little brothers and sisters probably got wind of this and spread this out. It was all stupid.
Man Smoke's been through it. Man Smoke's been through it. Boy, help you.
You live the 50 Cent life. My goodness.
Somebody help that man, bro. Oh boy, at the same time, though, I had already had 5 jobs and got, so you just was grown.
Your life
was just extra grown.
Your life was
you live life fast forwarded. I don't know what you did. High school diploma at 16. Like you live life fast forwarded. I don't know what you did differently. Man, Smokes is different out here. You got to add an extra 10 years to whatever your age actually is. That man, Smokes Jams living his life in dog years. What did you do? That is wild. But yeah, man, I'll take the hood over the random delinquents that feel like they just got to make up a gang and prove themselves. I got it out my system early. I don't know what you was into. You ain't got to speak on it, but I don't know what was going on. The thing that caught me off guard the most is that you graduated high school at 16. That's what did you do?
While being expelled from 2 schools, like that didn't set you back.
Yeah, that didn't set you back. You weren't missing any credits. What did you do? What were you doing out there? I gotta know. I gotta know. We need to interview Smokes.
You just gotta tell your life to a director and be like, all right, we're gonna make a movie out of this for real.
Yeah, that needs to be a movie, Smokes. I don't think you understand, bro. That's not normal. That's not normal, bro. We definitely need a documentary. You deserve it. That's ridiculous, bro. The thing that I'm out of all of that stuff, and for some reason graduating at 16 is the part that's like, what?
Yeah.
That's the part that's just like, well, how did you do that?
Did you start school early or something? Like how?
Yeah, bro, he said it's a really long story. We're gonna need that story. I'm gonna need you to start a YouTube channel telling your life bit by bit.
Hey, if you want to come on here or something.
An interview with Smoke Shams, the guy did such and such, such and such, and such and such by 18 years old. That's a whole documentary right there, Smokes. I don't think you understand. You need to get Netflix. I'm telling you, that has to be more interesting than that Tiger King thing. It gotta be
Netflix documentary for real. That would be all over social media. Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, that's definitely more interesting to me than that Tiger King thing, bro.
You're gonna be looking up your life more than look up Carol Baskin for real.
I would honestly. That story, I need to know how you graduated from high school by 16 while being expelled from school. I don't know how you found the time. Yeah, I just don't know where you had enough time in the day.
They set you back a grade, like how?
Bro, I went to Friendly. I legit paid $500 for my diploma. Wait, what made you at 16 be like, you know what? Forget high. You know what? No, that's just a documentary.
Wait,
That's a
how?
documentary.
Oh, they accept that? Well, you can look just pay for your diploma.
How do
No,
you just at
I would
16
pay
years
my
old decide
money.
I'm
I'm
done
not
with
my senior
school?
year. Like, let me just get my diploma.
Just pay 500. I'll just get my diploma and leave. That is crazy. I don't even know what that is. What is? I went to Friendly. That is wild, bro. I don't know any of that. That's crazy,
Yo, that's legit like a Netflix, not even just a
bro.
documentary, a Netflix original. Have it
That's an
divided into
8-part
episodes
series,
each season. Yeah.
8-hour long episodes. We
Based on a
need
true life story. Just make like a whole
that.
show, different characters, different names, based on a true life story.
Oh, kind of like Wu-Tang, where it's like technically them, but it's other people playing them and they're just acting it out. Yeah, Smokes, you need that
Exactly.
type of thing.
Exactly.
That man Smokes been through it, boy. Now that man just on YouTube chilling, watching his skins play. Lincoln Technical Institute, but I don't know. It sounded like you were too young to know what it was back then. 16? At least we got Joe Exotic and some great memes. I didn't love it as much as everybody else, but it was cool. It was a
It
nice, it was a
was.
cool little couple of days.
It was. Yeah, I feel like. I mean, it was a cool documentary, but it was. It was overrated. It was definitely overrated. And
I couldn't have watched it by myself. I watched it with like Harvey and all of them, like on the little rave or disco. However, we did it back then when it came out. We watched it like together, and it was funny just watching. It's one of them things watching it with other people is funnier because what they notice or laughing or you know how we are in the party chat, everybody joning and stuff on what's going on the screen and stuff. I don't think I could have watched that documentary by myself. I wasn't that interested in it.
I just felt like it was. I just feel like it was kind of blown out of proportion. And the thing is, it I know what Netflix does. It kind of shades a certain bias. So not everything was. I won't say like not true, but they leave some things out that's convenient to make the story look better. So I
Yeah,
always try to
true.
look at opposing views after that documentary just to see. But like, yeah, I mean, it was cool, funny for a period, but I wasn't that invested into their lives to see like, oh, we must cancel Carol Baskin because I'm like, look, we just watched the documentary and all of a sudden we know what happened. Like, no, we don't really know what happened. We just know what they
I,
want us to know. So
I definitely care more about what Smokes got going on. And yeah,
there's
that free
oh,
exotic
yeah,
song is
definitely that.
cool. That's free exotic song is cool, Rich. But I think you just need to dive deeper into Detroit music. If you really like that song that much, you probably love
Oh,
other Detroit artists. Cause I
oh.
that song is cool. I like it, but I don't love it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
It's
even
a
know
cool
the song.
song though.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know the song. I never listened to it.
I like Detroit because they got their own wave. They got their own sound, their own dances and stuff. So I really like Detroit. So I really appreciate them. Even though I mean Buddy, BGC, Pac-Man, whatever his name is, he's from Flint, but it's the same thing. All of Michigan has that certain flow, certain beat style, and all that type of stuff. So I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't love that song. That song's cool. I think you would really enjoy some Detroit music more. Cause that song is nice, but it ain't like the best out Detroit out here doing. But yeah, I definitely need Smokes to go ahead and get on that documentary. He need to get up with somebody,
For
whoever the
real.
camera crew is for Joe Exotic, or get up with Karen Civil or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Karen Civil will be doing the little my neighborhoods and stuff, but yours might need to be a little bit longer. But whoever produces the Karen Civil stuff, or like how Atlanta we had that the noisy documentary, that thing, you know what I'm saying? You might need to get in touch with them, Smokes. Playoff FOF and Madden just committed to Texas.
Face of franchise. That's what he meant.
Oh, okay. Madden has a lot going on. I'm so glad they added the yard and didn't take out Superstar KO to do it. Like they kept that in. Now, of course, franchise mode, they just whatever. They don't care. But Mutt, the yard, and Superstar KO, they not playing about that. They putting they all into that. I think like 80% of their employees work on those three things and like 5% work on the franchise mode. They probably got like 10 people total working on franchise mode. They do not care about that. My daughter confuses Sada Baby and Sada Baby. That's pretty funny. I know grown people that get that mixed up. One's from Detroit, one from Atlanta and Chicago. BFB the Pac-Man got real skill in bars. I listen to some of his other songs. Yeah, he's fine. I mean, again, he's not the best out there doing it, but he's cool though. Yeah, Madden has been fun. I don't know if I'm gonna get it because I just don't feel like spending a whole $50 something on it, but It would be nice. Fix Madden franchise. How did you change your name mid thing? I didn't even know you could do that. I thought once you
Magic.
made your name, huh?
It's magic. It's magic.
I have no
No,
idea how you
it's in the
changed your
bottom.
name.
It's in the bottom left that says you're in the show. Just click on like those three dots, and then you can change your name.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can change my avatar for when I'm not talking. Wait a
Stay woke.
minute.
Stay woke. Stay woke.
Oh, that boy Shay on to something. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because now I'm about to get a little extra here. Hold on. Because I didn't know you could do this. This is really cool to me. I'm having a good old time over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to customize my thing up, bro. Hold on. Let me get a nice little picture of myself. Probably just gonna get the default picture I use on most stuff. So you know what I'm saying. Or I might get real frisky on them. Nah, they're not gonna let me. That whole file type isn't worth it. All right, so I can do this. Okay. Wait, where is it at? Wait. Oh, wait, wrong one. Okay. Apply. Wait. This is cool. Okay. Now, so when how do you do it? No, wrong one. How do you what? What button is that? Never mind. I don't know. I don't care no more. But that's dope though. I'm glad I could change my name though. Yo, is the yard like NFL Street? It's similar, but you can't run off walls. But it's kind of the same thing. Like you can do as many laterals if you want to. They like there's like a some throwing animation where like he like drops the ball and punches it, and then it goes to where like you would normally throw it to, and it's really accurate. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. The juke moves are a little weird. It's kind of like NFL Street. It's like a little taste of it. It's one
They
of the
said
trade 16 like in
they said they fixed it in next gen, and we had a public apology. No, I don't believe it. I won't believe it when I see it. How many times they said, "Oh, we did this, we did that, we did this," and they never do it. So I believe it.
I believe it for 2K just off of the fact that we know for a fact. Like 2K has literally set half of their employees to work on this next gen 2K21 since 3 years ago, and that's why the last few 2Ks have been so bad because they literally haven't cared about them. They've literally been preparing for this 2K coming out next gen, and the ones in between were just basically glorified updates. That's why we haven't gotten a new park or nothing. That's why this park, even though it's on the beach, is still basically the same similar set of like buildings and stuff. So wait, I see the street scores dangling from your neck. Oh yeah, thank you, mommy. Thank you, mommy. Shouts out to my cousin Bria who made it. She made it herself.
That's
Really
good.
creative, Etsy and all of that customizable stuff. Shouts out to my cousin Bria. But yeah, so like I know 2K for a fact, next gen 2K should actually be a big upgrade in comparison to what we've seen the past few years. Because again, 2K really works in years of three, where they really care. Every 3 years they put out a great product. It's at least an improved product where it's a whole new something. Like I think it was 2K17, 18, one of those where they finally gave us the neighborhood instead of just the parks where we can actually walk around, we can customize our shirts, and basically it's taken them 4 years to go another huge step forward type of thing.
Wait, hold on. Mike Wang said he never worked for current gen 2K21. He's been with next. Oh, for a word?
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Like literally, they
Mike
set aside
Wang's
set aside people to work on the big project, and then everything in between are just glorified updates. I don't think they've really cared about the making of 2K19 or 20 or this current gen 2K21 because they've been working on next gen 2K21 for the past 3 years. Like
Okay,
that's been
that's
their
what's
main
up.
focus.
And Mike Wang, he made his name for himself for making live gameplay good at one point. So like,
Yeah,
and for anyone who has anyone played the 2K21 demo, I played it. It seemed like
played it a
2K20
lot.
based.
Yeah, I mean it's literally a glorified update until we get to next gen.
It was
That's why
just
you literally have to buy the game again.
It was just
You
a
say
shooting
what?
that was changed. It was just a shooting that was changed. Yeah, that like playing that demo made me like certain like I'm definitely not buying the PS4 version. I will be buying the PS5 version once I get a PS5. I'm
You
definitely not
literally
buying
have to buy both, which is crazy. We literally play 2K for like a couple of months on current gen, then you gotta buy it again, start all the way over
I
with
am
your
not
my player.
touching it.
But the
I am
only
not
thing
touching
that
the
transfers is
PS4.
my team. That's the only thing. Everything else you have to start over.
I am not buying the PS4 version. I will not. I played the demo. It felt like I was playing NBA 2K20, just with a different shooting mechanic. It really
Yeah,
felt that
bro.
way. Everything felt the same to me. I couldn't really feel that much of a difference. Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
shit mechanic. I think I'm gonna like it in the long run, but I'm you know what? I'm just really scared because there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be complaining and mad that they're missing their shots and everything, without realizing like, look, this is a learning curve, and they're gonna complain to
Skill
2K.
gap.
Yeah, and 2K is gonna patch it.
Oh, they might make it easier. But right now I like the new shooting system just off of the fact that it's a skill gap. If you really fire at it, I've seen clips where people are so good at it that they shoot half court greens. I mean full
Oh,
court greens.
wait,
They're literally under the other goal. Huh?
the new shooting mechanic
Yeah, because they're
already?
literally just like that great. Like if you're just really foul with the stick, then you can shoot full court greens.
Okay, that's okay. Now they need to patch it for that reason. That should,
Yeah, I
but
mean, I think that's a little unnecessary, but I do like the fact that there's a skill gap element to where if you're really fine with it, you can pretty much green from anywhere. But if you're not good at it, like me, I'm still struggling, then you're
I'm
gonna
so
struggle. It's a skill gap. But you can still use X button if you want to. You don't have to use the stick.
I'm still hitting air balls. But Joseph, wait, Roman Reigns is with Paul Heyman. Oh, really? Oh man, you just spoiled it for me. I was going to watch SmackDown after this, but really? So wait, is he a heel now? Just answer that one. Is he a heel now or not?
Now I gotta look up what we're talking
Oh,
about. Is
oh,
this a show?
that's wrestling. That's WWE.
Oh, I was like, what
Yeah.
show am I missing? This
Uh,
this
yeah.
Stranger Things or
I usually watch SmackDown after I'm done with this podcast. Like I haven't recorded, but what is he? So he's really a heel? I can't believe that. I got to see it for myself. There's no way he could be a Roman Reigns and be face. I mean, he could be with Paul Heyman and be face. So he has to be a heel. Oh wow.
But yeah, 2K is interesting. I
If
mean,
he,
I think I might buy this current gen 2K because I mean I'm just gonna it's gonna be something fun to play. Right now, the main game I play is Hyperscape. When I'm not on Xbox a lot, like especially like I used to be. I'm just been too busy. But I think I might play 2K. I might end up getting mad at maybe, you know what I'm saying? Especially they just seem pretty fun. This Madden actually seems great. He said fix Madden friend. That's the only thing I don't play though. I play Yard, I play Superstar KO, I may do FOF, but the franchise, like, see, that's why I don't really have a problem with it. And then 2K is always gonna be 2K. It's just always 2K is one of the most fun games to play the first couple of months. Then usually some patches mess it up and then it dies. But like the first month or two of 2K is usually really fun. And that's when the most people are online because that's the only game everybody always has in the party chat. We be like 20 deep trying to get into a 16-person party so everybody can play 2K.
I just play for the single player mostly, and I'm not buying any more sports games for the PS4. So that's what it looks like. I think I'm done with the sports games for the PS4. If I buy a sports game, probably UFC 4, and I'm just considering that probably because of boredom.
Wait, Chadwick Boseman just died?
Wait, what?
That is so random. RP to Chadwick Boseman,
Oh,
Black
wrestling.
Panther buddy. That is so wild. That is so random. They say he's been battling cancer.
Wait, what? Is that why he was getting skinnier? Because I know there was a report that he was getting skinnier.
I don't know. I just seen from one of somebody I follow on Twitter. They said, "Wait, what? Oh man, RP." And then he was mad. He was
Wow.
basically like 2020 sucks even more now. He had a 4-year fight with colon cancer. Oh,
Well,
that's super random and wild, man.
does
RP
that
Chadwick
explain
Boseman.
why? Because I remember I seen like pictures and memes that showing like how much skinnier he's become. Was that related?
I'm probably so, more than likely so. That is wild, and it's super trending on Twitter now. Like
Wow, that's
it's the
crazy.
thing at the top.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. It replaced 6ix9ine was trending the most on Twitter all day, and then now that just replaced it. That is wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's definitely gonna be top news next day.
Yeah, that's huge news.
I didn't know
That
he was
is very random.
with cancer.
Wait, breaking the 25 cheerleader victims of Washington football team announced they refuse to play until Dan Snyder is gone. Wait, so wait, why can't 2K be like, man, when we pre-order? Oh, so wait, so the Dan Snyder situation, the 25 cheerleader victims, they still technically work for the organization, and they're basically saying they won't like do everything that's involved with cheerleading and stuff like that unless Dan Snyder's gone. That's crazy. There's a lot going on right now. 2020 is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
It really is. It seems like every day something happens.
And it's not even something. It'll be multiple things a day. We get hit with multiple things a day all the time.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Just the news that we had back to back.
Bro, just instant back to back to back to back. But yeah, man. Well, it is 10:16 though, so we need to dip up. I'm about to dip up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. Very loose 8. Very loose 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? We typically go over because we'll be talking about something really deep, fun, entertaining, or whatever. But y'all already know Friday, 8 p.m. every week. You got me, boy Seyi over there, upgraded from the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Got the curtain. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Let's go.
sir. And next week, we're planning on having the cousins back, and we'll have like a deeper discussion on stocks. By then, we'll have a good feel of like 2K and stuff like that. So we'll have a discussion on that. I think 2K comes out soon. When does 2K come out? NBA 2K.
Next week, I think.
It does.
I think.
Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, the cousins are gonna be back, and we're gonna talk about everything. Oh yeah, September 4th. Oh yeah. So 3/7. I think it comes out literally the day hopefully it comes out like in the morning of the day that we have our podcast.
Yeah, because we want people to still watch this podcast too. So hey,
Yeah.
y'all in chat, get off 2K at 8 p.m. and tune into us.
Pull up. Hey, play 2K while you in the podcast. We'll
Hey,
be
yeah,
chilling.
you can do that too. You can do
Yeah,
that too.
man. So just make sure y'all pull up. Just make sure you pull up. Oh, and James Blake woke up. That's dope. I forgot to mention this earlier. Chris Paul reached out and talked to James. His name was, I thought it was Jacob Blake. I'm not sure. It is James Blake.
I think it is Jacob Blake.
Well, yeah. Chris Paul reached out to his dad and just spoke to him like just on the phone and basically was letting him know we got your back and stuff like that, which was dope. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Okay, it is Jacob Blake.
Kai Jones is like very loose 8 p.m. too. That's true. You ain't lying. You see the skin right here. You know what time this skin color is, right? That's CP time.
2K and Madden do need to be crossplay. Sony needs to stop playing. Sony's always the reason why we don't have crossplay. I can't be mad at them because they're the most dominant gaming system as far as like sales go. And it's like, why would I even help y'all out type of thing? But they need to stop hating and give us more crossplay.
They really do.
Shouts out to Fortnite for getting. I think Fortnite's really the reason that crossplay has even happened because Fortnite was Xbox only. And Sony was like, this is going crazy and we need in on this. So I'm pretty sure they negotiated like, if y'all give us, if you cross play with us Fortnite, we'll cross play some things with y'all like Call of Duty and stuff like that. So they need to go ahead and cross play more stuff.
I think Rocket League as well.
Yeah, we do need more cross. The only thing I got a problem with is PC players. I don't care about Sony players. They don't scare me. It's the PC guys.
Oh, the creativity of the hacks they can do is endless.
Bro, ridiculous. I remember Call of Duty had literally banned, I think, millions of hackers at one time. It was like a drug raid, but for hackers. It's crazy.
It was like Watch Dogs in real life.
Cross-platform would be crazy. Cross-platform would be wild. Like if we could actually be in the same party chats together and everything is literally merged. Now that would be wild. But yeah, y'all already know we pulling back up next Friday, 8 p.m. And it's going to be a lot to talk about by then. I mean, we've already know some things we're going to talk about, but of course, throughout this week, is all kinds of things are gonna happen. It's 2020. You already know it's gonna be more coming up by then. Maybe a lot of football stuff going on, NBA playoffs. There's gonna be a lot going on by then. So we'll definitely catch y'all later. Shay, whatever you gotta say before we dip up out of here. Take out
All
Brody.
I gotta say is I gotta watch SmackDown because I just got another spoiler about what Roman Reigns did, so I really gotta check it out. I can't believe it. It happens when we have no fans. How are they finally gonna listen to us when they have no fans? We can't boo them now. When you want to boo them now, we can't boo them. That doesn't make sense. But like, yeah, that's all I
didn't even think of
I
that.
definitely got to watch my wrestling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we'll catch y'all Friday again, 8 to 10 p.m. as usual every week. You know what I'm saying? And Shay, if you wanted to plug in any of your other podcasts that you may be on or doing this week before we dip up out of here.
Oh yeah. So if you want to check out Spotify, I have just even search RicoScores broadcast. You can listen to different podcasts that I'm featured in. So I just released the sports edition. We recorded this August 24th. It's me and my other co-host. His name is JC. Estimated November 23. We got the same birthday, so we say that. And we'll just talk about full-on sports, 2+ hours. He's very opinionated, has a lot of hot takes. He said the Blazers would win in 7. This is before the series even started. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of banter. So you want to check it out. Have Spotify or Podbean. Check out Street Scores broadcast. We're going to do another episode this weekend, and then we're going to upload most likely on Sunday or on Monday. So just stay tuned.
Bet. Definitely make sure y'all check that out, y'all. And again, we'll catch y'all next Friday, 8 p.m. like always.